The fools of today know nothing of the mysteries of the past. They walk down streets built upon the bones of fallen empires that gave them their technology, their magic, the very blood that courses through their veins. Great empires once ruled all around. The first occurred when man was just a scavenger. They were the Salas, snake men as the ignorant call them today. Their magic was strong, but dark, and connected to the foul outer gods. This connection would be their downfall as the outer gods charge a steep price for their knowledge. In the end, their dealings brought a cataclysm down upon Ura that nearly destroyed all life. What remained clawed slowly out of the devastation and began to rebuild. As they did, they found the remnants of the Salas. They discovered their cities, science and magic, even some of their experiments. They took the magic as their own, swearing not to abuse it as the reptilians had, as if they could resist the allure of its power. They might have sworn off worship to the outer gods, but they were playing with the same fire. They called this the Age of Wonder, and the imbeciles still look back upon it with their stories of fables and romance. True, there was more magic, science, and prosperity then, probably more than at any other time before or since. They were as ignorant as the fools today. Their meddling led to the weakening of the weave between the worlds, and through this weakened weave, the Celestians were able to emerge. The Gilded Ones, with their beauty and perfection, soon took control of everything, and then began fighting amongst themselves and using man as their pawns. Eventually, those who fought against them closed the hole between the worlds, cutting them off from the power that made them godlike. Overnight, they went from being gods to merely powerful mortals. Mortals that could be killed. The last of the most recent follies from man was the unenlightened glory of Rosar. The greatest of man's empires, it stretched farther and more significant than any man's nations throughout history. The fools of Rosar believed themselves superior to all, and they pushed against all other races. They thought if they could force them into the worst corners of the world, or even exterminate them, they would have harmony in a perfect world. Little did the Dullards realize that man is his own worst enemy, and the empire crumbles before even 1,000 years have passed. Now Ura is a fractured land divided up between rival nations, dark magic, and the worshipping of foul gods is once more on the rise as the lessons of the past have all been forgotten. Now these fools will bring down the same calamities as their ancestors. And my fellows and I will watch and laugh. Oh, how we'll laugh.
Didn't sound out.
I just turned off the mute.
Nope.
We are no longer muted. Oh, hi everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello and welcome to. I gotta bring this other thing up here. I hate it when I can't see what I can't see, because then I can't see, and then I don't feel as good. Plus, I got to be able to say, "Hey, what's up, Lord Force? What's happening? What's up, Lee Kim?"
Lee Kim?
I was going to call him Lee Michael. Here's a secret, guys. Lee Kim is Michael, actually spelled backwards.
Oh my God!
Oh snaps! I was
Yeah,
wondering.
look at that! Look at that! How's it going,
Well,
guys?
shit.
What, did I just ruin the whole fantasy for you?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
I suddenly understand that.
I suddenly.
There you go. I'm sorry, Lee Kim. I'm giving up all your secrets.
Yeah.
But he'll always be Lee Kim to me. So,
And now I know that name Eminon is a joke.
Eminon? What? What are you
I
talking
think it's no name spelled backwards.
Who? Did we have
Somebody did that to me one time. I'm Eminon.
Oh, just a name, you know?
Oh.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I don't know if any of you guys played the Castlevania Symphony of the Night series, or when there's the son of Dracula named Alucard. It blew my mind when I found out that Alucard is just Dracula backwards. Oh man.
Ooh, but Alucard sounds sweet as hell. That's a
really
nice. That's a cool name. Ah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Just going around, go through history books, flip the names.
Turn them around. You're done.
There it is. My work as a DM here is done. Or game
Or maybe
master.
you're,
I'm in the wrong game. I'm a game master today. Sorry. Hey, I guess I should let's be official here and all that. First of all, before we get started with anything, I would like to point out that we are out without the illustrious talents of Dylan this evening. He is indisposed and cannot make it. So these three fine individuals decided to venture forth, and they're going to kill Prince Doru on their own. I heard it. They said it, so it's canon now. I'm pressuring them into it. But anyway, so now that that's out of the way, hello everybody. Welcome to Tales of a Savage Land. I am Will DM. I'll be the game master for this evening in this fine event. I want to say thank you for everybody for showing up. His greatest villain was Bob backwards. Oh, shut up, Liam. You had me going there for a second. I actually had to spend some brain power on that one. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and we'll introduce everybody, and then we'll see how everybody's doing, and then we'll get into a game. So let's go ahead and start off with Brian. God, I did it again. Jonathan. I got to remember to call you by your real name at the beginning and the end, and then Brian in the end. But then again, you're talking to the same guy who calls Phoenix Joplin all the time.
And calls Joplin Tony all the time.
I know, right? It's like they're my kids. All right, Jonathan, go ahead.
Well, my name is Jonathan. I play the character Brian, but I think it's a good mistake to make, to be confused as your character in your account when the people who interview Robert Downey Jr. they always call him Tony because it's so he's such the person of Iron Man. So I think it's a compliment in ways.
Well, I will say this much: I will never look at paladins the same way because you have become. Granted, you're not an actual paladin in this game, but as far as I'm concerned, your character, Brian, is the quintessential blueprint of what a paladin is.
Well,
if I'm reading a book and there's a paladin in there, and the paladins, I'm automatically, it's the association. So
I just logged in to have that paladin tell me, yeah, let's go murder somebody.
I don't recall hearing that at all.
I don't recall that at all.
No, I think that's just you, man.
He said it before we were on the air, but I know he said it.
I don't. Maybe that was Jonathan, but I don't think Brian would ever say anything like that.
Brian would never say anything like that. No. All right, let's go ahead and go to. I was going to say Ari. Let's go to Grace next.
I think it's just a running theme there, Will.
Well, I only have so much brain power.
Yeah, and you already used part of it on
There's
Bob,
only so many cells left up in here,
Well, come on now.
You, of anybody, should know what I'm talking about, Tony.
I'm questioning whether there are any left at all.
Yeah, there's a couple. I still remember my name sometimes.
Most days.
Yeah.
It's written somewhere around you, though, isn't it?
Sit on my clothes. All right, Grace, go ahead.
Well, I'm Grace. I play Ari. Yeah, she's a little bit conflicted right now. She needs to figure out her shit, but that's it.
All right.
Being dragged around all over town by these fools, and they're wanting to.
Their escapades.
I let you sleep.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least, we have the illustrious Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony, I'm Joplin sometimes, and Uncle Tony at other times. And then sometimes I'm Phoenix, and then who the hell knows. And wow, he's Joplin, so confused. He's never had this power before, never had the ability to do it. And I think he got a little,
kind of going to his head.
Yeah, it went to his head, and he almost made some terrible mistakes.
I don't know about an almost. He made terrible mistakes. He almost made a lethal mistake too. But
well, that would be the terrible mistake. Oh, speaking of which, the good down roll this week.
Oh, did you see it? Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Most of it. I didn't get to the point whether you ever confirmed whether the first time a player loses their character, they have a right to be pissed or not.
Oh, because this was one about death. I'm getting confused.
Yes, this was about character death, and I don't know if you got to that point because I remember.
I don't think I did.
Because the first time you lose a character, you will be unreasonably angry.
Yeah. Depending on the person, but you're right. The majority of people are kind of upset when they lose their first character.
course.
Even
And I
long time players are kind of ticked. You know.
Oh, if you get rid of a character they're attached to, and
Oh,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you could lose friendships over it.
Like I've killed players, killed characters before.
Yes,
but
and Lee Kim brings up a good thing. Now I'm gonna tune in everybody to a little bit of a secret. Now the down roll, okay, it's the talk show thing that Adam and I do. It's got a lot of D&D stuff in it, but it is tabletop role playing centric. But and it is pre-recorded.
Right.
And thank you, by the way, Lord Forth. And Adam is constantly, because Adam's the one that loads them up, because they come out on Mondays.
You don't do them in order, is what you're saying. Is that you don't know
here's
which
the
one's
thing.
coming out?
I don't. Adam does. Adam knows which ones he's going to do, because what happens too is Adam and I will get together and we will actually, and you'll be able to tell this when you start watching them, and you pay attention to the shirts we're wearing, because when we record the down rolls, we record multiple episodes in a sitting.
Right.
And then what Adam will do is he'll take them and he'll chop them up, edit them, and then we post them up live. And Adam was saying, just like Lee Kim was talking about, he was like, Adam's like, man, every time I post it up though, everybody think it's live and they're all like chatting at me. It's like, well,
yeah, I didn't throw anything in because I learned my lesson from last week.
Right. Now here's the thing though too, it's like, obviously Adam throws it up there and then goes about his business and does whatever he needs to do, which is okay, because generally on Mondays when he's doing it, that's a non-role-playing game, non-Wicked Studios workday sort of thing. So he's just kind of like putting it in. We don't record on Mondays. It just gets loaded up on those days. Now, yesterday was normal day for our Tuesday stream, which is Greyhawk Adventures Presents, which we're currently doing Saltmarsh. And we were not live. We didn't have an episode that day. So what I did is I logged in and I threw on a rerun. And I stuck around for a little while and chatted with anybody who showed up. Fortunately, our viewership is so low that it doesn't really have to take me for a long time.
That's not what you want to say about your viewership.
Well, no, it's like, hey,
low.
I'll say this. We might not have a bunch of viewers currently, but the viewers we have, they're the best fucking stream viewers on the planet. They're real fans, and we all love them to death. And so I stuck around for a little bit.
Thanks,
and chatted with some folk, and for a little bit. And I guess Adam could do that too. But I was going to actually on Tuesday. I was going to throw up another episode of the Down Roll, because we're sitting on like 4 episodes in the can currently, and we're gonna continue to do it that way, that's a professional way actually of doing it, in case you get behind the production and stuff like that. You're not scrambling.
I got a bunch of reaction videos to edit.
See, yeah, but
tons.
And so I was going to put an episode of Downroll up, because those vary. The longest we want an episode of Downroll to be is like half hour. And
this was about a half hour.
Yeah, a little bit over. And the next one that I don't know when he's going to put it up, but we've got one for alignments. And so I'll be going into that, which is a good discussion. So you guys can look forward to that one. I don't know if that'll be coming up. The first. Now here's the thing. This is okay. I'll answer this one little thing here for Lord Forth, and then we'll get started. So the first one was on Saltmarsh. Okay, the very first one is actually just Adam and I introducing ourselves. And the reason for this, and the reason why the Saltmarsh video was so short, is because Adam and I got together. We started recording. right? And that whole thing that you see with Adam and I talking about our role-playing history is actually that's in the same. We're filming at the same time that we end up filming the Saltmarsh review. So we're going through and we're doing the review, and so first thing, one of his kids comes, crashing into to the studio there and talking to him, Dad, blah, blah. It's like there's something leaking and all this, and he's like, well, shut it off. And so he talks to his,
Don't pull back the curtain and show the man from Oz. You know better.
Anyway,
than
this is fun stuff, and the people deserve to know. And so, like, his daughter,
You're blowing the secrets.
I don't know which daughter it is. She goes leaving, right? So then we get back into filming the episodes and stuff. And then next thing you know, his wife comes down. So like, you need to come upstairs. And I'm like, so, and I don't think he should, it's still recording. And like, he record, he's gone. He's gone for like easy 20 minutes, easy, if not more. And, I'm just sitting online waiting for him to come back, and he comes back. He's like, all right, let's go ahead and finish this one up, and we'll edit up right quick. I'm going to have to do some other stuff. So he came down, and we did like the wrap up stuff, and then that was it. And then he had to go. So that's why those first two ones are just like a bleep, bleep. So, but from here on out, there'll be a little bit more in depth. So, but there it is. But anyway, so there you go. Watch the down rolls. They're on Mondays, and we also have them on Atomic Peanut Butter on Adam's YouTube channel. You can find them there. So that's it. But we're here to play Tales of Savage Land, and I think we need to get into it because Ari's starting to look bored. So
no, that's the normal look on her face. What are you talking about?
You're right. My bad. So the briefest of recaps. Well, there's only 3 guys. Where did we leave off last time? What happened? I mean, besides Joplin. Oh, that's right.
Not so much.
So anyway, this is what happened.
We don't even have to go over it, really.
They were done with the first gladiatorial fight that Phoenix had gotten into. They spent that night over at Rabaka's. The next day, they're heading out, and they're going back to the Arcanus. Along the way, they're the Mighty Chimera, which is Phoenix's... what would you call that? Stage name or
stage name? Yeah,
stage name. He gets mobbed by some fans, and so it's a little bit later. They go to the Arcanus, and they had received a message from Ogret that he wanted to see him. They go talk to Ogret. Ogret gives everybody a present. You guys remember what your present was?
Yeah. Benny, every celestial magic used on you. I don't know what it actually was.
It's like a little nugget of some sort of like mystical metal of some sort. And they said somebody used them in the past. Does anyone remember who used them?
It remains a mystery that no one will ever know or remember.
Oh, it's gonna.
It's the people who drove out the Celestians were wearing them.
Yes, it's the followers of the Eternal Champion.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all sounding very
We all
familiar.
don't know what that is. Yeah.
Nobody knows. It's a
I
mystery.
don't know what it is.
A continuous mystery.
Yes. Some people know. Tony.
knows.
Anyway, and then after that, then there was a surprise that Ogret had for him, and he, one of his, I think it was either Matilda. What's the other one's name? See if anybody remembers. His servants.
Gerda or something horrible.
Bessie and Matilda. Anyway, they put this bronze urn on the table it's got like this smoke that's coming out of it, and through this magical smoke, Ilgi, the witch woman, who is actually the person who is technically the leader of the Azure Brotherhood, talks to everybody and gives them an offer. It's like, hey, if you guys want to do me a solid, I'll consider your debts done as far as the Azure Brotherhood is concerned, and you don't have to worry about that gladiatorial stuff anymore if you don't want to. Just do me a favor. Go kill Prince Doru for me. And everybody went, whoa! And so then that was done. Everybody, they have a little bit of a spat. They're talking. And there's, okay, we'll talk about this in the morning. Let's just go to bed. Everybody goes to bed except for Joplin, who goes down to the docks, finds, and I found out the name of it. It's called the Rolling Tide.
Oh, the Rolling Tide.
The Rolling Tide, yeah, because I remember afterwards and after I had said it, I was like, oh, wait, I guess that Alabama fans will think of it differently. But
Roll Tide.
Roll
so,
Tide.
so he goes down to this bar down there, this tavern called the Shiny Knob, and there he proceeds to go in and say, make a spectacle of himself. Bring me Prince Doru, and he makes fire shoot up out of the ground, and he's like doing the maniacal Wizard of Oz laugh and all that sort of stuff. Place clears out, so he's waiting. He's like, shouldn't be no time at all. Prince Doru's going to come in here and talk to me.
I had myself a drink and everything, but I feel as though I'm being.
And then they try shooting you full of crossbow bolts.
They tried
from outside the through the windows. You fortunately escape with some help of the Ulsa. And the Ekitars helped you.
Do not call what she did to me help.
No, Ulsa's the guy.
Well, okay, the one that tried to.
He helped you, man. He got you back. He got you back. Nobody saw you or nothing. That was money well spent.
Was it now?
He had the peace of mind to make sure to have the manure cleaned out of the back of the wagon that you were riding in before you went in there. He's like, hey, I don't want him sitting in the back of the wagon with a bunch of manure. Clear all that out first. See?
We should probably talk about how I heal, actually, over time. Did I get my stuff back? I forget.
Do we remember how that happens?
I show myself as being shaken still, and with one wound.
Yeah, you were shaken and you had one wound, and then you had one night. So when you wake up this morning, because you have had medical attention, you're going to have that one wound go away. But I will double check that, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up with, because where we ended off, it was the morning you guys had all gotten together, and we're going to start talking about what you were planning to do. And because you got together in the morning with Phoenix for your morning prayers, because you're trying to help put him in the good graces of Pyrrhidin too, so that when you say the prayers over his gauntlets, that maybe it'll help. So you guys where are you all at? And for this intensive purposes, we are going to say that Phoenix is there with you currently. He's just not saying anything. So there you go. So where are you guys right now?
You didn't feel inspiration, decided to pray all day?
Maybe he's feeling a little bit moody.
I thought he was around me,
but he would be there for this conversation. This is an important conversation. So just because he doesn't have anything important to add doesn't mean he doesn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where are you guys at? Were you going to go down and have breakfast in the cafeteria? Were you going to go someplace a little bit more quiet and private? What were you guys going to do? Since
we're at the Arcanus and this is a pretty well secured area, we did decide to eat at the cafeteria.
Okay, cool. All right.
After prayers and working with Phoenix on his gauntlets, do we feel like we've made any progress?
With what? With Pyrrhidin?
Yeah.
Roll me a spirit is basically what it's based off, isn't it? So yeah. So just give me a spirit roll. We'll see what kind of divine feedback you've gotten out of this. Do you want to spend a penny?
Already?
I just have a feeling this roll is going to. I have a feeling this roll is going to be no good. It's just me, but I don't know. So I was right. You rolled 2 2s. You're like, hello. You don't even feel the warm glow that you normally do when you try and connect with the essence that is the fire god.
Now that is unfair, because I burned down at least 3 buildings in honor of Pyrrhidin just last night.
No, see, he realizes that wasn't on purpose. And that's what it is. You tried claiming that for him, and he was pissed. He's like, I know.
I should learn humility.
Okay. So you're just going to leave that double 2 failure stand right there? Because you can. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that Phoenix probably isn't going to get into a gladiatorial fight tonight.
Yeah, I'm
how
feeling
Dylan's
pretty
not here.
safe as long as this is confined to our work over his gauntlets.
Yes. As
I don't
far as-
want this to plague me for the rest of the day.
No, this is just specifically for
Then we're
your.
fine with it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm
Okay. So you guys are at a
happy
table
let 'em
in the
go.
cafeteria. It's still early, so it is relatively busy. But you notice, and this is something that you guys have noticed in general when it comes to when you're moving about the Arcanus. People are friendly to you. People are gracious to you, but people aren't friendly to you. Is it starting to make sense? So like people keep their distance, people always talk back and are very helpful, but you don't really see people like initiating much when it comes to you guys.
I'm used to that.
Well, of course you are. So okay. So you
I'm
guys
good
are in
with
a,
it for right now.
you're in a
anyway.
table in we'll say you're in a back corner and you've gotten your breakfast and you're there and you're eating. And just because it's cool, I'm going to say that Phoenix has one of his Zastadil birds with the one that earlier it came in and before and he's got the bird with him, so he's keeping himself entertained with the bird.
So what's the plan? We are going to do this duel honorably, I believe. That's what we decided.
I mean, yeah, if that's what we have to do.
Okay, I found out the healing. Just so you know, you're still riding your wound. You will have your wound for 5 days.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Every
we
5
should
days
duel
you get a
on
vigor roll.
day.
Yeah, but you could also get extra healing. Your healing is just book learning medicine, correct? You don't have any, because you're a dark sorceress. You're all about killing shit. You're not about health, and that's what I thought.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I do have healing, but it isn't magical.
It's just medicine. So, and you've already received that treatment. Which,
No, I'm fucking pissed at him. I haven't given.
No. The doctors at the Arcanus did, because
Oh.
he came back within the golden hour and was able to recover. Because don't forget, you had 2 wounds, not just one. So you got
I remember.
You got your 1 wound back. So you're not shaking anymore, but you're still carrying a wound. Yeah.
That's fine. I shouldn't shake.
Okay, go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
So, well, first of all, Joplin, you still feeling all right?
Oh, peachy keen. I'm just, yeah, a couple of band-aids and a hot compress, and I'm fine.
Because I do think that we should probably discuss when should we send out that invitation to Prince Doru.
What,
I mean, we've got Joplin in this state, this comprised state.
I'm fine. Don't you concern yourselves.
I mean, normally I wouldn't, but we need you.
I'm here. I'm good to go.
Well, if I might interject a little bit, I think that what we should do is do some research, and we did say that perhaps we could go talk to the Birdman, and he could help us. Don't forget, and Sunder is there with you, because now he's your 5th wheel now. He's your duly designated, appointed tag along, I guess, for lack of a better word.
So we're gonna go talk to the Birdman of Arcanus.
Exactly.
Better lead than what we have right now. No need to rush things.
It's just an idea. I mean, for me to say. Although Sunder doesn't say this, but you guys were in the room, and when you talked with Ilgi, she said that once you figure it out, just let. Oh no, that was what it was. When you figure it out, let Ogret know, and then he would let her know. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yes, he's their conscience. Well, no, Brian's the conscience.
Coulson.
Yeah,
Coulson. It's an Agents of Shield reference.
Oh, Coulson. My bad. Well, I didn't look close enough, obviously. yes, Melinray. He's their.
I
Coulson.
was not completely dead at any point.
Yeah.
Wait, no need for a yet on that.
Oh, okay. So are we going up to see this Birdman, or are we?
I think so. Phoenix, I think he wants to go see it, don't you?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I could. I'd like to see some birds. That'd be a great thing, and that's kind of a good idea, I guess. Am I doing a good job?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down with it.
Yeah, I'm sure we can maybe find a friend for your personal pet there.
Yeah, I try not to make a lot of friends. It's just things, and I'm more a hitting guy, sort of.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. This is all for
very
you,
funny.
Dylan. I'm doing this all for you, buddy.
Well,
See, Melenray says spot on.
Well,
He's never coming back.
Oh, he sure he is.
He's gonna watch this episode, and that's it.
I'm gonna give him some.
it means this means you're replaceable, Dylan.
No, not at all. Then I just log in and then I play everybody.
Sure, sure.
It's called the.
Don't tell me that hasn't crossed your mind before.
God, it has actually. The split personality show. Okay, so you guys finish up. Are you gonna go see the Birdman of Arcanus?
Well, I'm done, and light is wasting. So
Okay, yeah, not a problem. All right, so you guys go. You finish up, and Sunder leads you, and he leads you through what is very familiar territory as far as paths that you've crossed or pathways that you've gone through in the tower itself. Everything looks kind of familiar. You guys walk for a little bit, like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then he comes to in one of those big circular like antechambers that seem to be all over this place. He goes to a very small door. So it's like just big enough for one person to get through, and it's not very tall. So if you're over 6 foot, you actually have to stoop a little to get through. And it's a white wooden door. It's got the bronze bands on it, just like all the other doors. He goes into his robes, pulls out a key, and actually unlocks it. Opens the door, and he goes in and says, "Okay, come in. Just make sure to close the door behind you. Okay? All right, excellent." And then inside is automatically there's a stairwell. So like the door opens, it opens outwards, and then it's like the bottom floor of a spiral staircase that goes up. And he starts walking up. And about 5 minutes of walking, he stops. He turns around and goes, "Is everyone okay? We're still a little bit more way to go. So if you need to take a break and breathe."
Oh, we're doing fine, I think. Please,
Okay.
lead on.
Yes, this is very good. Okay, and so then he continues. You guys, you're on the stairs again for what seems like another 5 minutes, and he comes to the spiral stairs end, and it's just a little wedge of a landing with the door, and he knocks on the door. Waits. A couple of heartbeats. Those heartbeats stretch into some more heartbeats into about a minute. He goes, turns around. You have to understand that Gurjin is, he's a little bit of an odd guy. So maybe he didn't hear. Hold on. And he knocks again. And then waits. And then when you think again that he's going to have to knock again, because obviously nobody's answering this damn door, the door handle, and the door starts opening. Now, Sunder's not opening it. It's another one of those mysterious, the door opens on its own kind of bullshit. So, and as the door clicks open, and then as it starts to open, the door breaks the seal. You guys, the sounds just flood into the little, the stairwell where you're at. On the way up, all you heard was your feet scuffing against the stone steps. You're in front of the door. You don't hear anything. As soon as it opens, you hear birds and and it's like just it's like being in the aviary. What do they call that? The house with all the birds at the zoo.
Aviary.
The aviary. Thank you. That's it. But also, you are hearing conversations, and you're hearing conversations in all these different languages. Tons and tons of different languages. Languages that you know, languages that you don't know. Matter of fact, Brian, you could swear that you make through the cacophony and the clamor of all this noise that's coming in there, you even hear Patarin being spoken. You catch a word or two of Patarin floats through. And then the door slowly swings open more. And inside there, what you're looking at is like an aviary. Aviary. Thank you. I guess there's that word I'm going to have trouble with all night, obviously. Now, the scene that is before you, you realize that you guys must be at the top of the tower of the great big tower, the Arcanus, the Tower of the Arcanus. And remember, I told you the Tower of the Arcanus has a gold dome on top of it, and it looks like there's like all throughout there. There's like there's trees in there, but there's also like what are those? Do they call them cat trees? The things that the cats like get on, but they're like made for birds, and it's like got the sticks out, and there is the floor goes right out into nothingness, and then there's about a gap of roughly 5 feet before the gold dome starts, and then there's all kinds of pillars that the dome rests upon. So you can look out into Lycena all around you. The city is all around you, and it's like this great big openness that's in there. Now, there is furniture right in front of you, like in the middle. There's a writing desk. There's all kinds of different chest drawers or receptacles and different types of cabinets. They have scrolls in them and all kinds of different things along these lines. And there is an old guy, balding, long white hair. He has a very dark brown complexion, but it's very hard to tell what his nationality is due to his age. And he's sitting at this wooden table, and he's got a long, he's not got like a stylus. He's writing with a quill and ink. There's a big ink pot on the table, and there's a Zastadil bird sitting on there next to him, and it's talking to him. And it's like, crikey, mate, is that what it's going to be like? We can move those type of goods anywhere. And it's like, and then the same bird goes, stop being so nonchalant about it. We must keep this quiet. It talks in a completely different voice, and you understand that this bird is regurgitating a conversation that it had heard, and he's writing it down. And so you're seeing all this, and this guy's not paying any attention to you. And so then Sunder turns around and goes, "Oh, we're here. This is Gurgen.
Gherkin?
G-U-R-Gin. Gurgen.
Gurgen.
Gurgen. Yes, this is his name. Go. Introduce yourselves."
Of course. Well, good morning, Gurkit.
There's bird shit everywhere in here, by the way.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Horrible.
Yeah. Everything is covered. The only thing that is really not covered in bird shit is the desk where the old dude's at. A lot of like his workstation, his bed, and like his personal stuff. But everything else in here is just, And there's all kinds of like potted plants and different stuff in here. And there's like barrels of like different types of food and things. And there's big like water receptacles and like bird feeders and all that. And they're all over the place. And there's like literally at least 150, maybe 200 of these Zastadil birds in here. Okay.
Gross.
Yeah, Tyler Gurgen. There you go.
Jeez. So Brian will approach the room and
You should probably do that.
not a problem. Good morning, Gurgit.
And he just holds up a finger to you, like doesn't look, just holds up a finger. And
If I were to grab just a random scroll off a shelf and look at it, what do I find?
well, as soon as you reach up and touch one of them, the birds go fucking nuts. There's a swarm of them start flying. They don't attack you. They just
I was
come
just
out,
looking.
They land on the things. They're like.
I was just looking at damn things.
Ow. And when you let go, then they all like. It takes them a second to quiet down, and then you're like, oh, okay. And like as the fear like kind of subsides, when you realize, okay, they're not going to try. This isn't like Hitchcock's The Birds isn't going to happen right yet. You're like, okay. And you look over, and all you see is Gergen looking at you like. Really? And he gives you that stare for a couple of heartbeats, and then he goes back to writing, finishing up, having the bird finish giving. And it's a conversation of some sort between two people about some sort of, you think smuggling or something illegal of some sort of illegal goods. And then after that's done, he like reaches into a little box he has on the table and gives it looks like a little cookie to the Zastadil bird, and it's like it chomps it down and it flies away. And then he puts his quill in the inkwell and he looks. Yes, you can come.
Sorry to disturb you, but where are you?
You're the ones I've heard of. Wait a moment. I should be able to guess this. Ari. And, oh, yes, if that impresses you, I have other things. Then you must be Brian, and, you would be Joplin, and, well, of course, the one who's trying to pretend to be a half Celestine. That must be Phoenix, and I know who you are, Sunder. So, what did the chosen ones come to talk to me about?
Well, I just on the record, Ari's the female, and
I realize that.
I look like you pointed in the other direction, but
are you concerned about your sexuality?
At this point, maybe.
Excellent. This is good to know. He gets out another piece of paper and he slides it over in front of him. He picks up the pen and he scribbles a little bit of something and he puts the quill back into the inkwell. Yes. Now. How can I help you?
We're wondering if you can help us find someone in the city.
Of course. It's what I do. Well, I don't do it, but my birds do. And I talk to my birds, and they tell me so. Yes.
Would there be a price for this task, this information?
Well, it depends on who you want to be found and why.
I'm going to look back at the rest of the team and just make sure they're okay with me dropping names.
Phoenix is in heaven. He's not even paying really any attention to what's going on. He's playing with the birds.
Phoenix, don't touch them.
Just play
you say that. You turn around and say, Phoenix, don't touch it. And you look, and Phoenix has got like 6 of them on him. He's like,
That's
what?
Classic Phoenix. Oh, and I kind of look over at Joplin. Like, weren't they very violent? No?
Not to him. Whatever. But
Okay.
tell him who we're looking for. Just don't tell him why.
I'm right here, you know.
I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, these damn birds have already told him probably.
We need to find the location of Prince Doru of the Azure Brotherhood.
Oh,
Can you help us?
Prince Doru. And why do you want to find Prince Doru?
Are people talking?
Not here.
Will, I think you dropped.
Did I drop? Can you hear me there?
Well, yeah,
I
I
hear
hear
you.
you now.
I was talking really low. That's why.
I saw your mouth moving. Oh, okay.
It's possible. So tell me, why do you want to know where Prince Doru is?
I'm slowly going to turn my eyes rolling like, oh, Joplin. He's asking. And you're in the room, apparently, so you can hear him.
Yeah.
personal business?
Yes, this is a good start.
Let me ask you something, Gargant. Do you already know?
Ah, good job, Brian. Yes. Do you already know?
No, I
Oh,
suspect. But when one suspects and goes off of one's suspicions, one can be wrong if things have changed.
hmm.
And I don't ever pry into the rooms of other initiates or members of the Arcanus. It's just not done.
All right.
Well,
He doesn't know, Joplin.
Does it
I
have anything to do with you going to the docks last night and attempting to flush out a Prince Doru and getting shot full of crossbows bolts? Does it have anything to do with that? And then
Wait.
all you hear from behind you is Sunder go, ooh, ooh.
I really hate these birds.
Is that what happened last night?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not tell your friends what
I
happened?
was going
That
to
is
break
my
it to them, Lord.
apologies. I'm sorry.
That. That's all right.
Well, no. Well, maybe it does have something to do with it, but that's as they say in some places, that's neither here nor there. Right now, we need to find for our own reasons.
So it seems that whatever you were intending on doing must be something nefarious. Otherwise, you would have come clean and told me what you needed him for. So obviously, my first idea of what you want to do is you're looking to kill this man.
Is this part of the payment for the
I-
information?
Well, I need to know these things. I'm the unofficial keeper of the well, I hate to use the word secrets, but let's just say the knowledge of the city. Yes. And he's like he puts his hands up and his hands are shaking. He's pretty old dude.
Let me see if I can't put this in a way that might make sense in the grand scheme. We have been presented with an opportunity from within the Brotherhood to rearrange their structure.
Ah.
It would benefit us and them. It's a win-win when you get right down to it.
So you do look to killing this man, Prince Doru. Is that it then?
Really should be think more of a hierarchical restructuring of an organization.
A simple yes would suffice.
Yeah, we want to kill him.
Oh, very well. Yes, I know where Prince Doru is. We have him under constant surveillance. There's always one of my beauties watching out for him. And he whistles. And the Zastadil comes out from amongst all these chitter-chattering ones that are up and around. Comes in and lands on his desk there, and he goes, "Now, go with these nice people and show them where they can find Prince Doru. And then when you have shown them, come back to me." And he goes back into that box, pulls out one of those cookies, and he gives it to it. And it is...
What's this bird's name?
Quite good. That's
Yeah, what is this bird's name? Hey, chat. What should we call this bird?
We'll give you time, Chad, to come up with it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm
See,
going to
this
look
is
around
when-
for the bird that's always following me.
It's here. There's 500 of them. I mean, there's almost 200 of them here because you can't tell one apart from the other.
But I will find him.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
They're all the same colors,
Well,
too, so.
Gergen doesn't. They don't really have names. There's too many of them. They're all my precious beauties.
Is it Demos? Demos?
Sure, if you wish to call it that. And he looks at the bird. He says, "They're going to call you Deimos. So answer to that." Deimos.
I like the one below that.
What's the one below that?
MD Lou.
Blue.
MD Lou. What? I don't get it.
MD-Lou. It's
We'll
fine. It's
take
MD-Lou.
them backwards.
Ah!
Already
See,
putting it into use.
I want to go with that. Hey, Rigger, what's up, man? Good to see you back, brother. Okay, so MD Lou. That's his goddamn name, is what it is. It's MD Lou, is what it is. He's a rapper bird on the weekends.
Oh God.
Or maybe
Yeah, 'cause
even a doctor.
He's got a couple of other Zastadils that do the beatbox for him, and then he does the rap from the
Sure.
voice of a rapper that he heard. So, okay, so whichever you guys want, that's totally fine. I'm not gonna do that.
How about its name by canon is MD-Lou, but its code name for this operation is Deimos. How about that? Compromise?
Whatever you wish, that's fine.
Devos doesn't mean anything backwards.
Sure, it does. Just who knows what language. You're right, though, too. Adam won't see that coming at all. I'm going to have to
Or
use
maybe
that.
it's MD-Lou, but the D stands for Deimos. It works.
I was thinking he was a doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
MD Lou.
Okay. So the bird gets up and goes and flies over and lands on Phoenix.
Joining his menagerie.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So he's got a bunch of birds hopping on and off, but this MD Lou gets on his shoulder and just stays on his one shoulder, and it's like positioned itself there.
But I mean, that's fine, except that Phoenix is probably not coming with us in his current condition. Namely,
Are you all right, Phoenix?
big and blue. He looks
At you. What? Yeah,
He's the mighty chimera for now. We can't parade him through the
sort of.
street.
I mean, on the outside, but I guess. But what?
For someone who doesn't make a lot of friends, sure seems to have found quite a few here.
Well, I tend to find that making friends with animals is easier than making friends with people.
I understand.
Am I still doing a good job, Melinray? Is that still?
Why can't
Now throw in a word you can't possibly know and tell everybody you don't know that word.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I'll have to do it organically, so I'll keep that.
Well, that's still fun doing it. Yeah.
Okay. I Will DM does that all the time, and I don't do it on purpose. I just throw words around. It's like that's what I think it means, right? Okay, so he looks at you. Gergen goes, I think that's something for you to figure out. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
Why can't you tell us where he is? Why are we being led by this bird?
Because that's the bird who knows. I don't commit to memory everything that is told to me. Is entirely too much. I tend to forget. I don't have the steel trap mind that a young woman like yourself does. And he turns around, and those things where he's got all these scrolls, there's like a bunch of them, and there's like thousands of these scrolls and stuff. And he's, these are all relatively new. I'm more of a stenographer. Is that the? No, it's not a stenographer. Is that? Yeah. Yeah.
Courtroom.
Yeah. I'm more of a stenographer than a retention center, if that makes any sense.
Yes, well, I'm sure this will be fine, Ari, unless you personally would prefer a different method.
Yes.
Let's follow a bird around the town. That sounds like a blast.
We have done stupider things.
You have done stupid.
Thank you. You stole
Fair
it
enough.
from me. I was like, nope. I'm the game master. Shouldn't say that.
Whatever.
Do
I see
we
some
owe you
people
anything?
still holding a grudge. That's fine.
So do we owe you anything for this gift?
No, not at all. You're Arcanus. You have Sunder with you. If there was something objectable that the Arcanus wouldn't agree with, he would have said something, I'm sure. Oh, that's right. I would have.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's just my job.
All right, well, we have a bird. Well, more than one. Phoenix, I think you might need to leave those. well, the rest of them here.
What?
The rest of the birds for only taking the one closest to your shoulder there.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, old guy. I was just wondering, maybe at another time, if I could, and when I'm not like hitting stuff, would it be all right if I just kind of come up here and kind of hang out with the birds? And so they have a little discussion. He tells them yes, he can come back in anytime and play with the birds.
And I'm gonna tell Gurgit, he's also good at, nurturing and caring for the smaller ones. If you ever need an extra hand, and kind of to elbow Phoenix there.
Yes, I always do. And eventually, when I get too old, and you're like, dude, you're ancient. that's the thought that goes through everybody's mind when he says that.
When?
I might need someone to replace me.
Hmm.
The food for thought.
Maybe someone with experience in the interim. Well,
Yes.
we'll meet you downstairs, Phoenix.
Hey Don, how's it going? I saw you creeped in there. All right. Well, very well. Au revoir.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I just felt like saying it.
Oh,
I don't speak that language, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. It's a barbaric language anyway.
It's something.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to lean over to Joplin. It's actually pronounced Avoir. So then I'm going to head
I
out.
thought he was so smart.
Yeah, it's a barbaric. I got a lot of French in me too. You figure I would know better. Okay, so you guys leave. You go back down the stairs. Right? Okay. You come out the small door. You guys leave. Sunder closes it. Locks it up again. Well,
Phoenix with us?
yes.
Fantastic.
Somebody had to grab him. But yeah, once you grab, we got to go. He's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So then he left with you guys.
Well, so we have, what was his name? Midlu? We have Midlu here, or Middemos, but should we find him now, or are there other things we need to consider?
Consider.
Why don't we just tell Ogret? If this is what we intend to do it, especially if we're doing it
Okay.
above board, why are we hiding this?
Hey, is it above board, or are we doing something nefarious like the man said?
Well, I did suggest we
I don't
suggest
think it's nefarious. It is well known to Ogret and to myself that you intend to possibly try and kill Prince Doru. It is known, but I mean,
well,
the
I
decision
don't-
has still been left up to you. You can go through your gladiatorial escapades, or you may not. So.
I think that was taking too much time, the whole gladiatorial arena. So whatever we decide, I think, and I look to Ari, that we should be on the same. Well, we should all agree on whatever choice we take.
Now, I am just a humble observer and helper, but I might point out that if you were to do these things, you would get into the good graces of Ilgi.
Well,
This is
actually,
that
do
would
you
be a
trust
very
Ilgi?
important thing.
Do you trust Ilgi?
Oh
Swala?
no. It depends. It depends on what I would trust Ilgi for.
And that's the cause of my concern. We're doing this to please Ilgi, but who knows who Ilgi is really?
Oh,
she sound
she's a very
picture-
powerful woman. Yes.
Of course she is.
Yes. Evil, one would even say. But yes.
Would one now?
Does
Yes.
she keep her word?
If it suits her, this I would have to say yes.
And that's
Once she makes a bargain, she's for the most part has been known to stay to her bargains.
But Sundar, could this put us in the bad graces of the Arcanus?
Oh no. Are you going to do something that would harm the Arcanus?
I don't know. Isn't an extreme change in power shifting and vacuums a
No,
bad
no.
thing?
No. You're merely taking care of Ilgi's perpetual child. Nothing more.
Well, it's
The
not
number
like-
one thing that the Arcanist is concerned with you is your ability to draw those things to you and be involved with the things that are important to the Arcanist.
We get why we're important for the Arcanist.
Oh, there you go.
How does her logic track? We're gonna kill someone who people look up to, and then she's going to let us off the hook? And how is she going to relay that to the rest of the organization, especially those who are
Well, this is quite simple. You see, Doru has already claimed the blood oath on you. All you're doing is fulfilling that blood oath. And he, unfortunately, will be the loser.
I thought those things went both ways. I was pretty sure.
Yes.
I call you a blood oath. I was like, my blood oath on you too. And because
yes, you are well within your right to kill the man. That is how blood oaths work.
I feel better about this already.
Let's use the phrase "resolving the oath."
Okay.
That's
resolving the blood oath.
Resolving
Suddenly,
the blood oath.
I see no downside.
Well, all right. I'm sorry.
Losing and dying and,
Well,
getting
that,
more
of course.
injured than I already am.
Oh, yes.
But the question I believe Ari was saying was, are we doing this with subterfuge? Or are we doing this out in the open, a public challenge and resolution of blood?
Oh, my recommendation would be to do it as discreetly as possible. Doru has many people that are connected to him. Very powerful pirates. It would be easier to yes, to all of you. His
on
mistake.
an island.
Would people be mad?
He has spoken quite openly about it.
I'm sure he has. So would people be upset that we completed the blood oath?
Oh, some. But if Ilgi tells them not to do anything because it is the completion of a blood oath, what are they to do?
Me too. Like you said, what did they do? Huh?
No, it's curious, and I'm going to turn to all four of us.
I keep slipping in the fucking French with this guy.
I know.
I mean, he's not
That's
Indian.
because he's Vindian, but I don't want him to be too boobity,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh my goodness. Well, I don't want him to sound
It
like
fits.
that,
Yeah,
But I'm trying to give like an Indian accent without it being like stereotypical.
Racist.
Yeah.
Trying not to be racist.
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Hey, Ben Kingsley won an Oscar not being racist.
Yes, and if I could do his accent doing Gandhi, it would be awesome. But I can't. I'm not that good of a voice.
Never watched that one. I know who Ben Kingsley is, strangely enough.
Hey, my boy John Ratzenberger's in that. We went over that last week.
That. So is Candace Bergen.
Yes. Yeah, she did okay. So anyway.
Well, because she was in 2010 too. She's the voice of Sal, the female version of Hal that the guy has in the lab.
I did not know that.
All right.
We can bring everything back to Candace Bergen.
Oh my God, it's your Kevin Bacon, isn't it? I can see it already. Okay. Fair enough. So what are you guys doing?
I want to go to Ogret. I don't see the point of pussyfooting around.
Why are we going to
He
Ogre?
already knows.
Yeah,
What do you
Ogre
mean?
knows.
Because we need to tell Ogret.
Well,
Ilgi told us to let Ogret know when we were ready, when we made our decision.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's
I
why,
just thought
that's
we could
why
go out and-
Ari's around. To make sure you guys don't lose an important step in the process.
I mean, they didn't lose it. They know that we need to find him, but still.
Well, Ilgi told you, when you make your decision, let Ogret know, and he will let her know.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows why? But that's...
All right. We will have the kitchen cook up a giant cookie. And on it, we will write yes.
All right.
That could mean so many things.
Okay,
Could you be any more obscure?
And then give it to Ogret. He would understand.
He'd be like, oh.
He needs
He'd eat it before he even reads it.
He'd eat half of it, and it'd be like, hey, I wonder what this was for.
Let's hand it to him and say, here's our answer.
To Ilgi.
To Ilgi.
Okay. You guys can do that, sure. All right. You make a quick stop by the cafeteria, get a nice cookie, have them put some frosting on the top of it, says yes. Okay. You guys go up to Ogret's place, knock on the door. Door opens. It's either Bessie or Matilda. It's one of the two. They look the same to you guys. I mean, it's like they could be twins.
Oh, don't even tell me they're twins.
I should so say they're twins. Fuck it, it's canon. They're twins. And so, opens the door. She goes, "Oh, Ogret is a little indisposed at the moment. Is there something that I could do for you?"
Well, we needed to talk to him about a upcoming decision.
Oh, the one for Ilgi. They were in the room when all that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
You're pretty much sure that Bessie and Matilda know pretty much all that he knows, that Ogret knows. So, would you like me to relay the message, or would you like to wait? It might be a little while. He's gone into...
Toilet.
She just shakes her head like, yeah.
Well,
His ventures there tend to take a little while.
Yikes.
Have you seen the way the man eats?
I hesitate to leave you something that's going to make you say, I have a cookie with a message on it for you, because God knows how he's going to take that.
You have a cookie with a message on it.
Yes, but
I can see it.
Is there some way you can present that to him in a non-sexual way?
Yes. Very easily.
And still use the word cookie.
She looks at Ari like trying to get a sister connection of like, is he serious?
I mean, I don't give it back to her, but I'll say, this is what I have to deal with.
And she gives you the look back without saying anything like, you poor thing you. I completely feel for your dilemma. So like this conversation happens between the two women without a word being said, and then she just holds out her hand and says, I'll make sure he gets the cookie.
Thank you.
And
You're
the
welcome.
message.
Yes, of course. Yes. Yeah.
And that he gets the message correct, that he understands. Never mind.
Yes, that this is not a sexual thing. This is an answer to your Ilgi question.
Exactly.
Got it.
With a cookie.
Do not let him mistake that cookie for anything else.
No, I won't. Thank you. And she starts closing the door. I'll make sure he gets it. Thank you. Goodbye. Click. And the door closes.
Well, our job here is done, I think.
And we sit and wait until whatever happens.
You definitely think you hear snickering and a little bit of giggling on the other side of the door when it closes.
Women have to clean. Oh, great. I don't care what they think about me.
Oh, Malin Ray, you were so close to that. So close. Anyway, don't read it. Don't read it. Don't. Of course, see, Tony goes right to reading it.
Interactive.
I am still up on Dirtbag Don's comment about your lips say no, but your cookie says yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Just to make my point. When you start throwing cookie around the sentence.
Don't encourage him. He doesn't need much in the way of encouragement.
I'm just saying.
Okay. So, all right. So, you guys deliver it. And so what are you going to do?
I'm happy.
Go
I think that went well.
I'm sure you do.
Oh,
Better than most of my encounters.
Okay. So are you guys gonna head out, or what are you doing?
Are we free to follow the bird now?
Who are you asking that?
I don't know anybody.
So he's just looking around. So we follow the bird. Okay. So what is it? MD Lou just gets up, starts flapping his arm. Prince Doru. Starts
we will be able
flying
to-
down the hall.
Yeah, we follow a hall. Yeah.
Okay. And it, and
Probably
it,
do that.
it makes it a point of like flying around, and it'll circle back and then go out. Like
Well,
waiting
good.
on the slow humans, sort of thing. But yeah.
I'm going to stop everyone right quick. Are we ready to do this?
We will be able to follow him, and when Ilgi delivers the message to him, we'll be able to know.
Delivers the message to him. What do you mean?
I mean, I'd assume that she's going to tell him that we're going to want a duel. Isn't that?
Oh,
Oh.
we're going to speak through Ilgi. No, I thought we were going to have to speak.
I thought we were just going to go kill him, but
I don't think Ilgi wants the Azure brother to know that Ilgi is going to pardon us once we kill Prince Doru. Otherwise, that'd be Ilgi conspiring against a member of the Azure Brotherhood. I think we should.
I was thinking we were going to follow the bird, and then when we discover where Doru is, it was hide and seek and,
All I know
quietly, something.
that would be the perfect outcome if we can see Doru without being seen. But I think that might not be the case.
I mean, we can try.
Sure, absolutely. I do believe. Mom always said that we should hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Let's go.
I have a question for you, Will.
Yes, ma'am.
Something, I think it's going to be a really dumb question.
There are no dumb questions.
I mean,
That's not true.
Just dumb people.
Thank you.
I might be both then.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I can use something that's supposedly self-range on someone else, right?
Depending on what it is. Range of self is generally, depending on the spell, it is a spell that affects you generally. Only. But depending on what it is, I might allow it, sure.
I mean, okay. I've got a spell that's invisibility. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And you're asking whether or not you can turn somebody else invisible, is what you're asking. Yes, I would allow that.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't say that within the text of the spell itself.
Yeah.
I would allow that.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. That's all I want to know. Sorry.
See,
thanks.
that was not stupid at all.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So you guys continue on and just follow the bird?
Yes, following the bird wholeheartedly.
Okay. So the bird is flying out, and basically once you guys get out of the Arcanus, it flies and it goes out a side entrance. Remember how I said that there were the areas that they were like open air, sort of like the they're like pavilions, but they're built into the citadel, but like where the wall is, the wall's open. So it's open aired that way. It flies to one of those and then flies out really close to where the stables are. And it'll do this thing where it'll go and it'll land on something to wait for you guys to catch up. And then it goes off again. And it does. It leads you out that way, leads you through one of the side gates, down the side path, into the city. And it starts leading you down towards the docks.
Okay, and I mean, obviously, I'd like to go ahead and I would like to ideally spend some rounds to prep invisibility.
Yes, but
also
to prep it, you would not be walking. You would need to be stationary to prep it.
But we are leaving Phoenix behind, the mighty Chimera.
I don't know. Are you guys going to leave him behind?
I mean, I think we should. He's going to draw a bit of attention, isn't he?
Well.
And
he's a big, blue, well-known gladiator now, so yeah.
We might not need that, or he's a great distraction. I mean, your call.
Well, he's like, well, I could I got this cloak, and I could just pull it up, and no one's really gonna. I mean, if they look, but if they don't, I guess.
And the blue's not fading yet, is it?
No. Rabaka told you that he's gonna be blue for a couple of months.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, we hide him under the cloak if we need a distraction. Hey, it's the mighty Chimera, and send him off to sign some autographs and kiss some babies.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's gonna be blue, what if we mix red with him.
Oh,
You know,
jeez. And what, turn him
he'll
purple?
turn purple. And he won't be the Chimera anymore. Or we can
So-
mix in some yellow and be back to tan.
I will just point
And maybe a little
out.
white. Lighten it up.
So what, you guys want to go hit up an art store first and then just like rub some other hues into him until he changes color?
There might be dyeing pits, textile factory around here, or textile.
Well, depending.
market.
Now, keep in mind, you guys don't know how these dyes were done. So if you were to do such thing, it might totally jack up his blue color.
And we might still need the mighty Chimera.
Yeah, man.
Let's not mess with the mighty Chimera.
I mean, technically, he's got to fight tomorrow, right?
All right. Okay. This
No,
is
we're
what
not
I
doing
would do. Are we having this conversation inside the Arcanist, or are we
Nope,
having?
we're
You guys are like
outside.
right outside on the pathway that leads onto the sidewalk outside of the grounds
Okay.
of the Arcanist.
I have no
You guys are
discretion.
walking along,
at the top of
and
my
then,
lungs.
hey, wait a minute.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to cast invisibility on the fucking mighty Chimera.
Okay, how long does that
And I would have
last?
spent at least one round, right, getting ready because they were talking about what they wanted to do with him.
Yeah, I mean, what's the minus on to cast it?
So, hang on.
Rounds are really quick. It's not.
It's a -5.
It's a -5. Okay, so basically you're talking about 5 rounds. A round is 10 seconds.
Right.
So a minute. You need a minute to prep to
Okay.
cast it with no.
All right. Well, I would have assumed that they'd argue for at least a minute about what they're
Joplin can
Yeah,
babble on.
What I
for-
need to know is what's the duration of the invisibility spell?
Good question. Probably per level, isn't it?
1 minute.
Yeah, so it's 1 minute per rank, and we're what are we?
I don't know.
Seasoned?
What rank are you now?
Seasoned now.
So, and seasoned is
Wait.
what? 2
Nope,
or 3?
I lied. I think we're a veteran now.
Yeah,
I know some of you are
I'm better.
veterans, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm a veteran. I just haven't updated that.
So
sorry.
that's 3, right?
Yeah.
So 3 minutes. It would last for 3 minutes, and then bloop. Then there's a blue guy standing there again.
We're going with it.
We can do a lot of damage in 3 minutes. Do you want to wait until we get?
I'll
No.
say this much: the docks are more than 3 minutes away, and you're pretty sure that's probably where you're going.
I just want to do it as a point to say I can make him invisible.
Oh, so you're showing off? Okay, go ahead.
Right. Yes.
So
Okay.
you guys are there talking, and the next thing you know,
Right.
it's
Essentially,
like
put a hand on him and he
Ari's
just.
kind of like mumbling, and then she goes, "Kazam!"
Oh,
No, make her roll it because
Yeah, you got to roll.
I want to see what
You
happens.
got to give me the roll. There's always
If
a,
she's showing
oh,
off.
there was one. Okay, it's
I got a
he-
7.
You got a 7. He disappears. Poof.
and a 4 is successful in Savage Lands.
Yes, 4 is successful in the Savage Land. She rolled a Savage. Well, Savage Worlds rule set, and she rolled a 7. And Sunder goes, "Oh, well done, well done indeed."
In a pinch, I can help us out. We need to be as discreet as possible, but if
And then you hear Phoenix. What happened? Why is Oh crap! I can't see myself. Did you intend to do that? Is this?
It's 3 minutes, Phoenix, and I understand it's unsettling.
Uh,
You can't close your eyes
I'm
because
doing the best impersonation of Phoenix as I can.
more Canada. You need
More-
to throw
A
more
boot.
aid.
There you go. Hold
Say a
on.
boot.
All right, let me redo it. Hold on. What's this a boot?
I don't think he says a boot, actually. I've always had.
Does
I
too.
He does. He does.
yeah.
don't think he's ever said a boot, actually. He
Next
has said,
time, okay.
Not
Next
bad.
week we're gonna have him say a boot.
but we
or-
can't say, hey,
you know
say a
what?
boot.
It'll be just like Pee Wee's Playhouse. When he says it, we'll all go, "Whoa!"
We gotta like be subtle with it. You can't say, hey, say about, because he knows what it is.
Exactly.
He goes
That's what I'm
through
saying.
he goes past it fast, but you listen good. You know, he hides his Canada, but it's there.
Yeah. When that OU hits, man, it hits.
Oh
Yeah. Well, we love you, Phoenix. You're a great guy. You look great.
He's the best.
And we miss you tonight.
Yes.
But anyways, Joplin, well, what do you think? Should we, well, apparently Ari can, make him out of sight. Do you think we should take him with us?
Let's do it.
Good.
Let's hopefully, not get him killed.
He's got that big old like thin terry cloth robe thing. He's wearing it. I mean, he could
Yeah.
pull it up and hide. I mean, it's the reason that Rob Baca gave it to him, so that if he wanted to be.
But at this moment, you have to consider he is probably one of the 3 or 4 most famous men in the city.
Door.
That doesn't automatically mean people can see through things.
No, I'm just saying, if his face appears
You're
anywhere.
right. And you know what? I should have done this before, and I blame myself.
Oh, we do too. What are we
Oh,
doing?
we
then?
do
Who
too.
else would
Okay,
we?
let me see. Where's there's Phoenix right there. I'm gonna bring up his character sheet. Let me find the appropriate skill. Okay, here we go.
No. Oh, come on now. He would Benny that. I don't know that I have the right to be
Okay.
spending pennies, but he
Do you
would
guys?
Benny that.
Okay, so what I rolled, everybody, is I rolled a 1 and a 2. Like 1 away from the worst roll you can have here. Okay, so it's like, oh, sorry, it's the bird. You know, he's taking me out of my groove. Hold on a second. Here's his Benny. He still fails. He got 2 3s.
And yet somehow this is all perfectly in character. He's
It's
not.
totally 100% in character. He's not even here, and this is exactly what would probably happen.
I think you'd be happy to know it's not him. You know, it's not.
It's the
because of
character.
him rolling the dice. It's just his character.
Yeah, it's Phoenix. It's just the way it is. Okay.
I wouldn't dare spend another Benny. I think we either turn him invisible or put him under the cloak. And
Well, if he keeps quiet, he could stay invisible.
Yeah, I can. I'm pretty good at keeping quiet when I have to.
Okay.
we'll throw the invisibility at him again when we get where we're going and
Okay.
hope for the best.
So. Okay, so you guys start walking. You guys are going down the street, walking, following the bird. The bird's, back and forth,
Sure.
landing on things, waiting for you to catch up. Guys are walking for roughly 3 minutes. Bam! Phoenix pops into existence. Let's roll some notice rolls for all the people that are out on the street. Okay, so let's see what I want here.
That Papa John's.
So these are regular folks.
Just
So I'm just gonna do 5. 1.
no,
2,
this is a
3.
it was
There
a
you go.
promo. Somebody
4.
noticed.
Wait, they got a 4 on their D4 notice, so they get to roll again. So they got a 5. So you guys are walking along, and next thing you know, it's like this guy just pops out of midair. People around notice a guy just popped out of nothing, and so there's a big hubbub. Oh, what's that? Oh my goodness, is that person just? And so there's the people in the streets are kind of moving away and stuff, and then one guy, some 13-year-old kid goes, "Hey, it's the mighty Chimera! Holy smokes, he can turn invisible!" And then when he points that out, a bunch of other heads turn around, and all these people start coming up to him. Oh, it's the mighty Chimera!
I look to Joplin.
I don't know what to do.
Not walk a guy who's only got a 3-minute invisibility into town. I'm just.
He was in the whatever. He was in the cave. They wouldn't have noticed that he was.
That's
him.
what I rolled. I rolled D4s, and one guy noticed afterwards. I mean, I rolled the stealth earlier, so there was nothing for him to contest against. One person had to get a notice, and
I'm going to whisper to Joplin, and then I'm going to grab Ari by the elbow if I can. Find Prince Doru, and I'm going to shove them off, and then, all right, folks, back off. This is the Chimera. He has no time for you. You've all seen his trick. See him fight tomorrow, and I'm going to make a commotion.
Nice.
And try to make cover for the two, as both of us will probably provide a good distraction.
You could
Hype
totally
man,
do
that guy. Hype man, the mighty
you can do
Chimera.
that. They're not going to pay attention to the other two at all, so they'll go. Sunder stops though right there, and he goes, "Do you want me to go with them?"
Go.
Okay. And then so Sunder starts following you guys. So the three of you head out. Am I hearing that right? Ari, Joplin, and Sunder are going while we've got Brian staying.
He has no time for autographs. I'm going to shove a pen in Phoenix's hand. No time.
Okay. He's like, what am I supposed to
Tell him to make the
do
X.
with this? Yeah. So anyway, so he'll start signing autographs and stuff. There you go. All right. So the other three of you guys are going, and you continue to follow the bird. Okay. Lead you down into the docks, and lead you past the Sentry substation. Remember where your Brian's friend Captain Troika is at. Lead you past a couple of burnt out buildings, one of which was the Shiny Knob Tavern. This is my question now. Joplin.
Yes.
Are you just walking along?
Always answer no.
Brian.
No, you mean after the events of the night before?
I mean like right now. Walking along in the streets. You haven't said anything, so I'm assuming you're just walking along, looking at this bird, walking past your crime scene.
That's what I am thinking about is the events of the night before.
Yeah.
But
whereas for all those who weren't watching last Tuesday, and all of Joplin's infinite wisdom, he decided to go down and call out Prince Doru on his own to kill him. And to do this, he thought it'd be a good idea also to burn down a tavern.
Not just one.
And he cleared out a whole room of a tavern and screamed that he wanted Prince Doru before he did it. So there was like at least 2-3 people that saw him. Easy,
he says.
There's
people tend to recognize people who use magic because it is such a rare deal. So
that was sort of my intent and sort of not my intent.
And it worked for that.
All right. I should probably try to walk from the shadows.
You're going to try to... Okay. You can try to be...
stealthy.
Yes. And so basically what it is just give me some stealth rolls. And we'll see how well you do. Yes, Malin Ray, they are very squishy. Look at that, you got a 5, man, and a 4. You got some successes going on there.
I have a wound, so every time I roll, that's a -1.
But it's already factored in. Yeah, I see it right there. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yes,
so you still succeeded even with your limp. Well done, sir. But hey, with that being said, what we're going to do before we continue on with the, well, I don't even know what to call it, with them finding Prince Doru, we're going to take a quick break. And then as we take this quick break, go ahead, get your snackages, get your beverages on, do whatever you have to do. And we will be back really soon, not too long, and then we'll pick right back up. So thank you for stopping by, and please wait until we get back. We'll be right back momentarily. Bye.
when Dylan's not here.
Is that what it is? Well,
It
we're
must
back.
be.
We're back in
He
now.
brings them in. Yeah. Hey,
brings
what's
them.
up?
He's a big draw.
It's what it's all about.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. We're back. We were talking about Dylan's Canadian accent, if you didn't notice.
I hope he's that 10th viewer that just popped up. Or the 11th one.
Yeah, I saw that too. Like, oh, no.
I hope so, too. Dylan,
Are you talking about me?
you're sorely missed, Dylan. That's all I got to say.
Oh, it's hello, Ghost Samba.
Oh, it's Lord Gasumba. Jay, what are you doing? I thought you were going on vacation, man.
This is vacation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to watch this.
Well, of course. That goes without saying. But, it is what it is. Oh, it's next week. Well, this is, you can tell I pay attention. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
But
welcome,
also,
brother.
it's good to know that we're not muted, because I forgot to ask.
Yes.
Because he heard your question, obviously.
Obviously,
Yeah.
because he answered, yes. And I appreciate you remembering, though. Because if you had remembered and I hadn't, we still would have caught it in time to save the show. There it is. Cool.
Oh, there's no saving us.
No, not with the way you guys plan. That's right.
What?
That's pointed at you this time, Ari. Oh, what? It's like, I know. I'm going to turn a guy invisible. We'll walk down the middle of the street with him.
You guys have a chance to redeem yourself, and I can talk normally because I'm not there.
There you go.
So
There
let's
you go.
see what you guys do then.
Ooh, the pressure's on.
Mhm.
Jonathan threw the glove down.
Let's send the bird back for Jonathan as soon as we find Doru.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
He'll
Okay,
totally
so
listen to you.
you guys, where we left off, you were not a problem, Jay. Thanks for showing up, man. So you guys were there. You had just walked past the burned out remains of Joplin's escapades the night before. You continue following the bird, which it lands on some ships, different buildings, and continues. And it takes you into the warehouse districts, and you guys know exactly where you're going. The bird is leading you to the Rolling Tide warehouse.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide!
Roll Tide. I should have just made up a different name, but I'd already named it the Rolling Tide.
It makes sense.
When I was going through and I'm writing it up, I'm like, yeah, that's a good name. It doesn't even occur to me.
Sounds really
you can
good.
tell. Yeah, you can. Yeah, right. You can tell I'm totally not a college football or college sports fan of any sort. So
Yeah, you should call it the Crimson Tide.
I could have. Wasn't there was a movie Crimson Tide, right?
And then, yeah, they're
Which is the same.
And that's
Vanguard
actually
Force.
Alabama's football team's name.
Right. Yeah.
When they
no,
say Roll Tide, they mean the Crimson Tide.
exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm explaining way too much.
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow the bird,
Well,
and
I could set the warehouse on fire. No, Melinda, she wants me to set the warehouse on fire. I can do that.
Melinda, what are you doing?
And
You
we found
guys
out
do
they don't
you.
have
That's all I
basements.
gotta
in this
say.
ship,
So you can tell that the Zastadil bird is leading you towards that warehouse, and you're like, bloom, the light bulb goes off, and Joplin's all like, oh hey, this is where I went when I hired the Azure Brotherhood to take us to that island. So you just it dawns on you. So you know where the bird's going. Say what?
I think all of us were there. I remember talking to Hakan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. There was quite a few of you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So we'll, are you guys going to continue on to the warehouse? What are you doing? You know for a fact pretty much that this is where the bird's got to be leading you. It's got to be leading you to that warehouse.
When you assume.
Yeah.
do we want to try to peek inside without being caught?
I mean, we need to figure out what's in there, and I think that would probably be the best way. I don't think I have anything that would assist us.
So here's the next question I have: is Ari just kind of marching around on her own?
I mean, no, not at this point. Definitely not at this point.
So you're gonna try and be
Stealthy.
stealthy? All right. Well, let's roll for my man Sunder, because Sunder's he's not a stealthy guy. Let's see what he gets. Okay. Sunder
that
kind of
was
sticks out too, because I'm assuming all of you are. Oh, Ari though. Yeah, she got a 9 and a 7. Whereas my man Sunder, which Sunder's a named guy, so he should have a wild die too, right? So let's roll his wild die. We'll roll it. Okay. So there it is.
Well, wouldn't it be a D6?
One.
Or is that not
No,
the
untrained is just D4.
D4.
But for the wild die?
Yeah.
Isn't it always
Oh,
D6?
no, you're right. Wild dice are D6. Let me re-roll that. Hold on. Oh, look, there it is. Hold on, roll it again.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. So,
15.
yeah.
15.
Team.
He went from rolling ones to
Hey, man.
15.
All I got to say is that, yeah, he's good. He's like super stealthy, dude.
I had like a 4 and a 5. I'm good.
Yeah, so you guys have all done it. You're kind of, Sunder has now Sunder. One good thing about Sunder is Sunder doesn't wear the Arcanist livery. He doesn't have the white and gold tunic thing going on. You guys do though, right? You're still wearing it.
I mean, I don't know when I would have taken it off. I realized that there was a point in time last
You could
week.
realize right now that it maybe is not a good idea to have it showing and try and do something about it.
I mean, I could try to turn my shirt inside out, but it's not like I've got much else.
Yeah, because it's warm. It's not like people walk around with cloaks here. Not at this time of year. I mean, so you guys.
I think he's right. We should probably get out of these and into street clothes. I've got a regular jacket, leather
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah. I
What,
mean, and I've got
in your pawn shop on your back, you still carry all that crap around with you?
I don't know. I've always had my jacket.
Okay. Oh no, it's your jacket. It's your jacket. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's my full leather
So,
jacket that I got from
yeah.
the Arcanist. I've had that forever.
Yeah. So I mean, how does Ari dress? Do you have any kind of way that you could like? I always picture her in like kind of flowing robes.
Well, yeah, that's fair, but I don't know if she would have brought them. She's kind of,
She's just wearing the tunic and nothing else. She got like a little rope belt and sandals, and then that's her outfit.
oh, I mean, yeah, I have fucking no idea what she's wearing. Honestly, I have no idea.
You
It's not
should
something
post that, Malinray. You should post that picture in the Discord. In the Discord.
Oh, I did see it. I do
Oh, you
know
did
it.
see it? Okay.
Yeah, I know what she's talking about. Okay, so she'll go ahead and maybe, like I said, turn her tunic inside out. But that's the best that she can really do. Kind
Okay.
of just.
Well, Sunder will kind of like try and screen you. So
I mean,
that-
is there not like an alley or something I can
sure,
go
there's
down?
an alley you can kind of go down. We'll say there
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20.
Great.
Well, first, before you roll it, okay, you're
Uh-oh.
gonna have to re-roll now. Do you want
Okay.
high or do you want low?
I'm going to go low.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Ah.
Okay, that's good enough. We were just checking to see if there's anybody in the alleyway.
Yeah, anyone creepy in the alleyway?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're down in the docks. Who knows what's going on down there? So,
Mhm.
okay, so yeah, you go into the alleyway. Sunder kind of stands in the mouth of the alleyway, make sure nobody's like seeing what you're doing, and you turn it inside out. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Windows?
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah,
anything?
So you're going to actually go up to the warehouse building now and start creeping around it.
Stealthily, like Sundar the Barbarian?
Okay, so you guys creep up. I will allow for the existing rolls to stand unless you guys want to re-roll. Because if there's somebody looking out for somebody, there would be what's called opposed rolls.
So I might roll again.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a new stealth roll. What was Ari's?
A 7?
A 7.
No, 9? I think it was a 9.
Yeah, you get 9 was your high one. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give us a stealth there, Joplin.
Jeepers, yo. You have more
You
bennies?
got
I'm
you got
gonna
a
Benny
2 and a
that.
0. You gonna Benny
I'm-
that shit, man?
Yes, I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Give us another
Yeah,
one. You got
I'm-
this. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. Wow, and
Do
you roll
you?
a D8 for that too, and you rolled poor.
Yikes.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'm working with a wound and everything.
There you go. You got a 10. You got a 10.
Uh,
Okay, so I just need to make one roll. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys go up and you're going to start creeping around the warehouse. And there are windows on the warehouse.
what do we see through them?
Well, they're kind of dirty. I mean, and looking through them as you can, the vision's kind of obscured, but you definitely see the outlines of like crates and boxes and things along these lines. But what I need you to do is give me a notice roll is what I need.
Well,
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. All right.
next time I play this game, I am putting so much more into notice.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You...
Oh!
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's an 18.
My man just busted out with an 18. So that is like, like your robot senses go off all of a sudden. Okay, there's a guy on the roof, which you heard him coughing and heard him walking around a little bit. You can hear inside that there's another game going on, because if you remember the last time you guys came down and you spoke with Hakan, he was gambling, and it appears that he's in there gambling again from the sounds of it. And you can also hear some other like conversations going on in there, like there's more than the... Because if you remember, when you guys came in the last time, there was the two guys that were the guards that were up front that answered the door. Remember that? And there was a big guy and a small guy. And then there was like 4 guys gambling with him. It sounds like there's probably a good dozen, at least, of people that are inside there. Okay?
Just kidding. I mean, can he make out any of the voices? We've heard Doru speak.
Hey,
several.
you rolled an 18, man. You know Doru's in there because you hear his voice.
He's in there.
Yeah, he's
That's
in there.
all I need.
You heard his voice. Because he's got that deep, menacing... Even, like, all he's doing is asking for, like, hey, can you get me some extra cheese on that sandwich? And it sounds, like, menacing. You know, even when he's...
I tell Ari that he's in there for sure. And we should probably send the bird back for Brian.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to the bird, though.
So the bird's sitting on a nearby building, just watching you guys.
I mean,
You probably don't want to talk to it either. You don't like him.
I can talk to him, especially if we need it now.
Melinda
I don't know how to
is
get
so
it.
antagonistic.
Can we just... Does it understand hand gestures? Like, go get Brian.
I mean, I feel like Sundar would know a lot more about how to get this bird's attention.
So is that what you guys are? That you guys are talking about that? You're
Yeah.
Like, just
Quietly.
And then
Yeah.
Sandra goes, "Oh, you want me to get the bird? Hold on." And he like just whistles once, and the bird flies down. And he like holds out his arm, and it lands on his arm. Oh, this is a pretty bird.
Tell him to go back and bring Brian here.
You heard him. Go. And
He
so
heard
then,
me.
Yeah, and so then the bird just flies off. Okay. Now we're gonna.
I didn't think I could talk to the birds. I don't
We're
know.
gonna switch over. I know you guys never have thought you could. The only person that thought you could was Phoenix.
I mean, the birds were.
The birds. Look, getting all defensive. Oh, the birds. Okay, so
I'm in a very defensive mood tonight, apparently.
Brian and Joplin. Okay, Brian and Joplin. See, I did it again. He's not even damn here. So Phoenix and Brian, you guys are out. You're signing.
Oh yeah,
autographs.
Phoenix is here.
Well, Phoenix is with.
No,
with
we're
Brian.
switching.
I said that. Yeah. Anyway. So.
Oh,
you're right.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Phoenix is back.
Yeah, I called. Yeah. So,
He's heavily invested in pretending he's here.
that's what I'm going with. So,
That's quality DM
what
shit.
are you guys doing there? It's like, I mean, how long do you stay in that one spot? Are you continuing to move down towards the docks, or
No. If anything, we'll stay in that one spot until I don't see them anymore, the 3 that ran off. And then I'm going to start to corral the Chimera down a different street. So even though we're trying to get away, we're kind of pull the crowd away from the group, which hopefully help them escape, in my thinking. And then at some point, I guess I'm just going to ask Phoenix that, let them know that they're out of sight. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Because these people love you, apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's weird. Well,
I guess I could.
The whole time I'm like trying to hold people at bay while like whispering over my shoulder in this crowd.
I guess I'm kind of hungry. I mean, I guess I could go get something to eat. I don't know really.
Well, should I follow you?
Are you hungry?
No, but we have that mission. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm obviously not gonna be able to. Maybe you should just. No one's gonna follow you.
What if you lead them away from me? Cover me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. I'm hungry. I'm about to go get me something to eat. And he starts walking away, going.
He's gonna hate us so much.
I wonder what I'm gonna get to eat.
Is he gonna go to a Tim Hortons DM?
No, Tim Hortons.
Poutine. Dylan says poutine.
Poutine, yeah, but Dylan doesn't like Tim Hortons, if I remember correctly, right?
I don't remember.
I don't think he does. So no, he's going down to I don't know. He's gonna go get noodles. I don't know.
Cool. He does like noodles, I think. I think he did say something about noodles. Anyways, I'm going to use that to kind of like slowly, like, I'm going to pretend that the crowd is overwhelming me, like, oh, I can't stop the rest of you. Yeah. And then kind of just
melt away. Okay, that's not a problem. So after you do that and you melt away and you start like, that they were actually, it seemed like you were being led towards the dock. So you start heading that way anyway. And not too long after you start doing that, this Zastadil bird comes flying in right at you, and it just comes in and lands on your shoulder.
Oh,
Brian.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I'm the bride.
Brian. And it says, in Joplin's voice, I don't know. Maybe you could have this thing go get him. Who can tell him that? It's like Sunder probably knows because I don't want to cause too much. What about you, Ari? And he's like just doing this ramble of Joplin.
Joplin?
Yeah, he's doing Joplin's voice.
So I'm going to talk to the bird. Joplin? Like, are you a bird now?
No.
Oh.
And then he does Sunder's voice and he goes, "Oh, I can tell her. Is it go find Brian?" And then he says that in.
Oh, you're here to lead me.
Lead.
I'll follow. Go.
And it takes off and it starts flying. Same deal. It's going, it's flying, it's landing on places to let you catch up, so forth and so on. And it takes you down to, and you're starting to remember too, towards that warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to that street. So go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Notice roll.
Got a 4. Okay. So you notice the warehouse. Now, Ari and Joplin, give me notice rolls. And you get +2 to this.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Some bum is
Snake
hitting on
eyes.
you, Ari. So like this dude, this just like drunk sailor just comes walking. Oh, look at here, what we got here? Oh, and so he's just, you can't understand him. He's drunk off his ass. He's like pawing at you and stuff.
Oh, he's touching me?
Oh yeah, he touched you.
Oh no.
Yeah, he touched you.
Oh.
Oh, it's terrible. Brian, you don't really notice any. Well, because you rolled no, you got a 4.
4.
So you do notice Ari because of this bum.
And the guy who's assaulting.
And Joplin,
I'm gonna-
Joplin, you notice Brian coming down the street.
Wave him over.
Sunder looks at the guy, and fire just in his eyes real quick. He goes, "I think you should leave her alone." And he goes, "Oh, and he leaves.
Who was that?
I don't fucking know. Someone who clearly
Knows
Doesn't-
nothing about personal boundaries.
Ari makes friends everywhere we go.
So I assume the whole stealth option is out the window, considering.
I'm real stealthy.
yeah, I don't know.
They're kind of like off in a corner, like behind, I don't know,
Okay.
some crates or something on the side of the street. They're kind of like tucked in a recess of a
The
building.
fact that drunk guy was able to find us, I'm kind of worried about.
She kind of stepped on him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And
Right,
then,
Doru's inside. He's in there now.
Later
There's
on,
a
remind me
thing
to
going
tell you that it's kind of ridiculous how we had to find a master of birds and secrets to tell us about a place we already know. But that's for later.
That's you think
What
they
are we
could have
doing?
just written down an address and handed it to us.
Strange, but okay. So
now, where's the fun in that?
he's here.
Had to
Fine.
Climb a tower full of bird shit just to follow one of these.
All right, Joplin, focus.
Yeah, all right, I'm running there.
We know he's here. You know he's here, do you? You know he is actually here?
I heard him.
Then good. Recon is successful. And I'm looking over at Ari and then over at Zoala. So now we leave, yes?
Well, job's not done.
No,
Yeah, but-
we're only here to find him. That's what you said, Ari. Unless we're to carry it out right now?
I mean, at the
Remember
very
how-
least, we need to find out what he's doing.
Do you remember what I told you about the number of people?
Doesn't matter. Either remember or not.
That was
Moment.
more for them. I'm trying.
Oh, good, because I wasn't listening.
I'm trying to throw hints towards them. It's like
I know how many people. I'm not saying bust in there.
I
but
know what Brian would.
there.
keyword in that sentence that I used was least, at least. Well, 2 words, at least 12.
I'm looking at Joplin and Ari. I thought I was under the impression that we were supposed to just find out where he is.
We found him.
Okay, great. And so mission accomplished.
Yeah,
How
but
was the mission accomplished?
if we leave, we won't know where he is anymore because he could move.
All right, what are we doing now?
Well, we make sure that this is the last place anyone ever sees it.
Big exhale from Brian Longshell.
There's one guy on the roof. Maybe I can get up on the roof and get a vantage point looking down into the room.
So your cripple ass is going to go on the roof and fight with a pirate silently. I like this plan.
I'm not
I think it will
sending
work.
the tin can up there.
I am merely an observer. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Can it be finished? Do you think we can finish this today? Will all our problems be solved today?
I don't see why not.
I mean, we could just, nail the door shut and burn the building to the ground. That would.
It is it is the day. There's people walking around. I mean, for crying out loud, Ari just stepped on a drunk. You'd be like,
What?
Don't pay attention to what we're doing. The guys inside are too busy playing poker. They're not going to hear.
So,
I don't see your point, but
yeah, voice in the sky. Anyways,
Right?
Ari,
Sorry.
if we do this like right now, there are people everywhere. We can't just go in there, steel flying.
I agree. I don't think we need to go in there. right now.
So what are you saying?
See it when he's alone.
So what? Wait around? Sunder, come on. What do you think? We can't just wait around until he sleeps, can we?
Well, you could. I mean, there is. Here's the thing. Some discretion might be a little bit good to use, but at the same time, you know he's in there. But I don't think he's going to be going anywhere where he won't be coming back here. I mean, there is a lot of merit to burning the. God, he's going French again. To burning the house, to burning it down. But doing it now with so many people, I don't know.
Is that your idea, Joplin? Burn it down and hopefully we'll catch him.
Well,
It had been mentioned, and so you know, I am very adept at burning things. His eyes like burn with fire for a little bit. Fire like licks up off of his fingers. But with that being said, I to burn a house down in the middle of the day is well. The Arcanus would appreciate there to be less attraction, possibly going their way.
Sundar,
Yes.
tell me about your fire.
Yes.
Where did you get yours? Where do you get yours?
From my heart. My heart is this fire. And he actually opens up his robes and he pulls them apart and you can see his skin. He's got an orange glow where his heart is that pulses.
Sunder, put that away.
Oh, yes.
How do I get one of those?
Well, I think you'll have to be born this way, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Look,
Bearden gives me my fire. It's
Oh, yes.
rushes all the way through me, not just in the heart, just like all over.
Bearden is a very demanding god.
Yeah,
Yes, very
I'm
much so.
discovering that. Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, if you wish to burn down the building, we could try to do it discreetly, but there's no guarantee that, it will kill Doru. He might
there
just,
is no guarantee. I
He
agree.
might just run out the door and run away, and then you fight him in the street. Is
And
that
who
what
knows?
would
There might
happen?
be tunnels.
There could be tunnels. They are smugglers. See, he's fucking French again. Hold on. Doru goes, there could be tunnels underneath, and he could escape.
Maybe
Now
it's
go
monsters.
away, or I shall taunt you a
A
second
second
time.
time.
So anyway, look, we can't burn down because we have no guarantee, and
Well,
also other people might get hurt.
Why don't Ari and I sneak inside and you go in through the front door like a big mammoth tin
That
can?
is half of my plan. To call him out here and now to fulfill the blood oath. But that's what I want to do. You want to do something else. Ari, what do you suggest?
He needs to be dead. I don't care what
Well,
method.
I do have to say that there are a lot of individuals inside, and it's maybe not going to be such a good thing.
Wait,
to do.
there's more than how many more?
Oh,
Well, now, what does that matter?
there's quite a few, and there'd be a lot of fighting that occurs.
Look,
Now,
there's four of
this-
us.
You could also, too, just keep your bird to keep an eye on Doru, and when Doru goes somewhere, maybe you just find him and... It is not my place to say.
Well, look, if there's like six, maybe 5 or 6, I think those chances are
Sunder
fine.
just goes like this and he points up.
Okay, 8? 8, that's, I don't know about it. Okay. I am not a tactician of any sort, but I've read a few things, and I know more than double is possible.
Well, if you're insisting on doing this now, you burn one side, then you go to the other side, and you wait for them to run out. But then you have a whole lot of people that you're going to have to fight.
And most importantly, you said the Arcanus wouldn't really appreciate us committing an act of arson during broad daylight.
It would bring some questioning to the Arcanus, which would be unappreciated, but unfortunately, you have a lot of leeway. I would get in much more trouble than you, and I probably will get in trouble if I allow such a thing to go and happen, but...
Oh, we would. No, you we'll not. You should not be in trouble, Sundar, if we burn something down. That I can understand the implication because you in the fire, but no, we would do our best to keep you completely out of it.
Oh, and this is appreciated.
No, that's the least we could do. Fire to fire,
Yes,
fellow.
yes. But it is still, it is my job to keep a watch on you, and so, uh, you know.
All right, I
But at
think
the
we
same
might need-
time, if you were able to kill them without causing substantial damage, I'm pretty sure that there were government officials that were coming to the Arcanus to talk about 3 buildings that were burned down the other night as well. But it could be wrong. Something about a novice of the Arcanus going into a bar and, well, demanding to see Doru and then burning things down. This, I think, was talked about, but I'm not 100% sure on this.
Listen,
vicious untruths, horribly misrepresenting the situation.
I love the idea of being done with this, washing our hands clean today. Look, Joplin, you want to do it one way, I want to do the other. I'm sorry, Ari, but you are the tiebreaker.
Well, don't forget, you also have your friend, the Maticamera. He would be very helpful in this
He
situation.
is currently indisposed. He had to cover for me.
It would be easier to smuggle him down here in the evening time.
There's no point in doing it right now. We came down here for what? Nothing. To know that he's hanging out with Hakan, having fun.
Who's rolling
need
stuff
to
and
stop.
why? Why are you
Just-
rolling something? You're not rolling. What are you rolling?
We've been talking a while.
We've been sitting in the street for like 20 minutes. We need to move.
So, Ari, what do you say?
How's that go again, Joplin?
It's fine to go. Another time I'm not able to kill Doru.
I don't know how the hell we're going to get him on his own to issue this challenge or however Brian's wanting to do it, but we cannot sit here.
Why don't we
Sure.
try sneaking inside or something?
It's not really
Well, in your
my
condition.
skill set.
I'm fine, Sundar. Don't let the bandages and the sling fool you.
Ooh, okay.
I'm good.
We can go, I'll go back around to the back with you potentially, see if there's another way in. But there's a guy on the roof.
He had to get up there somehow.
Yeah, it's a flat roof, so there's probably some sort of hatch that goes up there.
I agree. Probably got up there somehow, but he can see us a hell of a lot better than we can see him.
That, to me, makes him my first target.
Silently?
I would hope. I mean, he could just fall. Is the building tall enough to do damage to it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It could even kill him. I mean, it's a warehouse. It's well over 2 stories high.
We cannot do this during the day. I do not want people to see me during the day.
Joplin
What?
has no concern about discretion. He's about getting the job done.
What if someone did fall off the roof in the middle of the day? Why, that would cause a scene. That might even make the inhabitants of that building come out and see what happened.
And then what? They see us standing here shitting around on the street.
More than likely, the boss won't come out.
I think I was told once that Brian has a good relationship with Captain Troika.
Yes. How is that going to fix anything?
Well, some of these Azure Brotherhood might be, well, wanted men. But perhaps if Captain Troika was convinced, maybe he could come and take a look around and raid the facilities, take some people away for questioning, leave someone behind.
I like the way he's thinking. That's devious thinking, and I like it.
The thing is, we talked to Captain Troika, and he said that just regular merchants. You wouldn't have any problem with them.
Oh, yes, I understand. The pot would have to be sweet.
Troika's an honest man, as am I. don't think we can
Oh,
bribe
you
him.
might be surprised. There's a lot of honesty that can be bought with gold.
That's unsettling. So,
I agree.
No. He could just bring us Doru.
Probably not.
You don't think Doru would come if he asked him to?
No.
Joplin, when we talked to the
Or you could deliver some wine that's been poisoned.
Oh, yes.
a little underhanded, I think.
Very much so.
Very much so. But look, we talked to Gurgit, our own man, and even he questioned our motives. I don't think we can just talk to Troika and tell him, hey, bring the Prince of the Azure Brotherhood to us. No questions asked.
So that's a no. He's not going to go talk to the captain. Let's move past it.
I think we should leave now. I think we have to plan this not outside of the warehouse. And also, I hear dice in the. I don't know if Twitch can hear the ominous rolling.
I think
Like-
I think people that are watching can hear.
Like at a
when it
real
does
game,
roll.
it's like when the DM just rolls behind the screen.
Yeah.
Like, what's that all about, fam?
I think Joplin is going to take a moment and say a prayer.
Joplin,
Reach
what are you doing?
Reach out to Pearden and see if
Look
he
around.
can offer me any enlightenment
Any
on this
advice?
issue.
Okay.
And by enlightenment, if he wants to, the building to burn down, I imagine it would catch fire. And if he doesn't want it to,
So you're looking for like some divine intervention from Puritan about how to
some
proceed.
guidance, push me in the right direction. Let me know that my will is good.
Okay, give me a spirit roll.
All right.
Say your prayer.
Say my prayers. Still a 4.
Yeah, man. It sure was. You say your prayer.
The brightness, the flame, the fire. To you, Pearden, I seek my guidance. From you, I seek my path. Show me the way through flame or fire or light.
You can tell he's Catholic.
Oh, no, I'm not even doing the old Catholic stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, but
I don't hear anything.
No, you sure don't.
Damn. Really wanted to burn the place down. All right. Well, I got nothing. I defer to the wisdom of the group.
I think that let's go at nightfall. I think that we can probably take on the guard on the roof a lot easier with the cover of night.
Hopefully, there won't be more than 8 soldiers here at nightfall.
There are methods we could go about to avoid.
All right. Let's leave.
Damn it. I mean, yes, let's leave.
There it is.
Shit. What now? What? We left.
As you guys are leaving, and you're walking away, you're. I take it you're turning around and going back the way that you had come.
Hopefully nodding to the Zastadil bird to somehow get him to come to us if he leaves or whatever.
Well, the Zastadil is just kind of like hanging out.
Right,
It's where
right.
You guys are. If you move and start leaving, then the Zastadil bird does start following you.
Well, I would want to stop it and say for it to wait.
Okay, this is when you hear, "Hey!" and you look back, and there's that guy. You see him now on the roof. He actually took the time to look down and look over, and he goes, "Hey, there's that guy in the armor." I know that guy. Your pastries are great. Did you come to bring us some pastries?
Not today, I say.
Hey, who are those guys with you?
Couriers.
So what are they currying?
We just came back from the Sentinels. Do you know them?
We made a delivery there.
Yeah. So what are you doing over here? You guys coming to talk to Doru?
Not
Hey,
at all.
I know you. Yeah, man. Hey, how's your wounds doing? Hold on a second. I'll go get everybody. We'll come out and talk to you. And he like disappears on the roof.
We should go.
Sunder goes,
Yes?
I think this is
Shall
a very good idea to start running at this time.
We're not staying around.
Let's move quickly.
Okay, you guys start running.
If they
Or
all
I
start running,
don't know
I'll
what
start
the
running.
rest of them are doing. Right?
Well, they'll help you, you know. Do you still have your cane?
Me?
You know you
My
would.
hidden,
You know you would because you think you're cool. Come on
my hidden
now.
cane. Of course I do.
Yeah, you got your cane. Well, the doctor gave you a cane to wear.
Oh, that one,
To
yeah.
walk with, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I'm
Anyway, it
not that-
doesn't matter. So you guys all start running. It's like Sunder's starting to like try and pull you guys. Come on.
Yes, we're
Yes.
running.
Okay, so you guys start running away. Okay, cool. That is good. All right. So, fortunately, you guys are able to go and get into the mix of the city and the people before those guys come out. But they're definitely going to. You know for a fact the guy goes down and he tells them in there, hey, they were hanging around outside. He's going to let Doru know. So. There you go. Just so you know, that's what happened. So now you got two things that have happened since the gladiatorial deal was made. Joplin went down and called out and looking for Doru, and then burned some houses down. And then they were found out. They see him standing outside in the street, outside their main warehouse. So.
Well, hopefully Dora will fucking try to come get Joplin.
There you go. You hang
Wouldn't that be
Joplin
cool?
out as bait, and you let him come to you.
In the Arcanus, even better.
Yeah, because they're going to go into the Arcanus. No. Okay, so you guys are running. Where are you going? You're running away. Where are you going?
It's like the markets, so it's a good place to hide.
Okay. So you guys go up into the market. You going to stop by a noodle shop on the way?
Not at all.
Okay.
Going to go to the busiest bazaar.
Okay.
I
There's a number of different markets, but there is a market that is close to the docks, as you know, merchandise is brought in and whatnot, and they take it to this like front merchant dock market thing. A lot of fish. It's the fish market too, is there. So you guys can go there, not a problem.
and we can hide there.
Sure, you can hide amongst the crowd.
Can we?
Or you can just start making your way back to the Arcanus. It's completely up to you.
Can I see one of the pursuers, one of the pirates coming after us?
You guys didn't see any of them. Are you going to wait till you see them?
I have a thing I want to try.
Let's let Joplin get killed. I'll take her on the market.
Sunder is saying that it's not a good idea to stop, and he doesn't encourage it, and he's going to continue to keep going. Now this is where I ask, what is Ari doing?
I'm waiting for Joplin. I
Okay, so
don't
you
want
stop.
him to be alone.
What is Brian doing?
Are we at the bazaar?
You're almost, well, I'm assuming this happened before you get to the marketplace is where you're having this idea of, oh, wait, if they're following us, I want to try this thing. I assume, correct?
If I see the bazaar in sight, I'm going to tell everyone.
It's down
there.
the street. It's like,
right there? Good.
5 blocks away. You can see it, though.
Once we're there, we need to split up and meet back at the Arcanus, but at different times.
Okay, but are you stopping?
No, actually, we're running as a pod, but I'm telling them, when we get to the bazaar, I'm splitting
What's
off.
Joplin doing?
Yeah.
I'm telling Ari that same thing you did, the invisibility.
Okay, Brian, Ari and Joplin have stopped and started talking to each other.
What are you doing? Let's go.
Listen to me. I might be able to do something for that same amount of time. What if I could take over one of them? I mean,
What are you talking about? We
I
have
mean, work him
no
like a
time
fucking
this,
puppet.
Joplin.
What if I can work him like a puppet?
How?
The thing I got. It's a trick. It's insight. It's something from one of my gifts, and I haven't had a chance to.
As he's stalling, I'm going to just like look at the bazaar, grit my teeth, and I can't leave my friends.
All I need to do is be able to see one of them.
And Sunders are going. This is all in if it works. If it doesn't work, then you're going to have a bunch of pirates running right down on you. If it
Joplin.
doesn't work,
Joplin,
All right, we're gonna keep running.
okay, you guys keep running. Then he's Sunders. Okay,
I'm telling you, this is another one of my great, terrible ideas.
you are correct.
Before he starts running, I'm telling him, if you think it'll work, I'll stay with you.
I think I need to hide. I don't think it'd be good for you to be with me.
Then why did we stop? You start running.
Yeah.
You just keep running.
I think as soon as
Right.
Okay, so you guys are in the market. Now what are you going to do?
Split.
I guess split off in different directions. Joplin. Brian told us that's what he wanted us to do.
Well, very well. I will see you all at the Arcanus. And
I'm gonna.
Sunder.
Of course. So I'm scattering. I'm going to try to like blend in with the crowd. I don't know what skill that requires.
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yep. Are you going to do the same thing? You're going to try and split off and go your separate way?
Yeah, I'll try to melt in.
Okay. Everybody who's going to try and melt in, I need you all to make me stealth rolls.
I was thinking about trying.
Dear what?
I'm thinking.
All right, so I am going to kind of try to blend in, but not stick around for very long.
Okay, so Brian's blended into the crowd and you're moving. Where are you going, Brian?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see if there's any sentinels anywhere.
Oh, there's always a possibility. They're all around the
so
city. So just roll me a d20. What do you want? High or low?
I want high.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, there's 3 of them. Not that far away. They're standing around talking. They look like they're eating fruit.
Fantastic. I'm just going to walk up and make small talk if I can.
Okay, so you're walking up to Joplin. What do you do?
I'd like to just kind of sneak around a corner and try to disappear into the earth.
Okay, you're in the market, so you're going to try and find an alleyway and go do this, or you're just going to go around
behind
try
us,
secluded,
just
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
Quick and quiet.
Okay.
Try to burrow.
Okay, I'll say that a little ways away, there's like some stacks of crates and different stuff that of things that were delivered that you can go and like kind of get behind.
Do you want a stealth roll or a spell casting roll?
I want a stealth roll if you're trying to not be seen going there.
Yes.
Do it nonchalant. Okay, so I need a stealth roll, and then after your stealth roll, when you get there, then that's when you will need the spellcasting roll. Okay, you succeed. You get there.
It's a 4, so I'm there.
Yep. There's nobody really. Well, wait a minute. There are people looking for you. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so you make it there. You don't think you're being seen.
And I want to cast Burrow, which dissolve me into the earth.
Okay, go ahead. And are you going to take the time to cast it without penalties?
I am not, because I need to do it now.
Okay, and it's a minus what to casting just instantly?
I'm trying to see. Casting modifier, and this is -3.
Okay, so you get -3 to your rolls.
Need to roll 7?
I'm at -1 for a wound, -3 for the.
Yeah, come on, roll the dice.
You need to roll an 8 on your D8.
Dude,
Is that right?
Pierden is looking out for you. By not answering your prayer, he's shown that you're one of the chosen.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, of course it
That's
is.
not how I took it.
Okay. Well, you know.
Oh. I got 4 on the wild die, though.
Okay, so it does not happen.
Can I
And
Benny that? Let me Benny that.
you can Benny that for sure. This is what happens. It doesn't mean that the spell doesn't work. It just means the spell is now taking another round to complete when you do it that way.
Really?
Yes. And then he gets to roll again. Otherwise, if he takes the time, then that was even better. You got a 0 and a 4 in your first roll. With the 4, because you get the -2, is not a success. Your second roll, you got a 2 and a 1 with -2s. You're going into zeros, so it's not working even with the penny.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
Woo!
Okay,
This
spend
time I'm
another
spending
penny.
one of my permanent bennies. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
God damn it! Come on,
You got this.
praying to Bearded. A
Yeah,
real quick prayer.
Because that worked really good the last time. So you
There,
got a 3
come on.
and a 2. That is not successes again.
Where do you see a 3 and a 2? I got a 5 and a 4.
You get -3
Oh.
for these. Yeah. So it's even less. It's a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
Because you're just firing it off. You're trying to make it go right now, as opposed to taking the 3 rounds to cast the spell.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joplin, is your spell casting a D4?
Yeah, because that's what you're rolling.
It looks like it.
Oh, you know what? I'm hitting cast on Burrow instead of hitting my spell casting.
Yeah, like you're not that horrible of a caster.
Okay,
right?
so
No,
we're
my
gonna-
spell casting's a D8. I'm
So
sorry.
we're gonna
I should-
back that up. Those rolls didn't happen. Give yourself back those 2 bennies.
Jeepers, man.
Roll
Thank you for
again.
catching that.
Like-
I was hitting the wrong. button.
Yeah.
You're a bad caster.
So go ahead and let's try it again. Here's the first one.
Hang on a second. All right, go from spell casting. Damn. Okay, well,
You do not succeed the first time.
I'll still spend
Now you
that
spend
one
a penny. Okay, now try it again.
I believe you,
Yeah,
man.
replay.
You just need to ace once. Just ace one time.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll be
working on-
good. You do not cast again.
A 3 and a 0. Okay. Just-
Well,
Hold
you
on,
know,
wait.
it had been spent before, so it'll be spent again.
of course, yeah, that's fair.
Oh, this worked out good. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Did you want to spend a penny as well?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Right now, go for it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Progressively worse and worse.
You
and
got
worse.
worse and worse. You got a better die even. You still couldn't do it. So you stealthily go over behind these crates and you're like, oh, now
have one
hold
more.
on. I got another roll I need to make. Okay. What are you doing? Wait. Joplin, the hot messenger. Hold on a second. So Brian, you go over to the Sentinels there. And they're like, they see you walking up, and they're like, hi. Now, these guys, hold on a second. These guys might know you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us a couple of rolls here. Because these guys, this is still that substation's district, okay? So I'm going to say that if we get low.
Oh, I have the edge charismatic. If that helps in any
It
way.
will if you need to make a roll. This is just to see if they know exactly who you are, even as you come up on them. So you want high or low?
I'll choose high.
High?
again.
Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, one dude totally knows who you are. As
Sweet.
soon as you start walking up, one of the guys goes, hey, Brian, what's happening, man? You want some fruit? We got some nice, whatever these things are, plums.
Oh, no. Actually, yeah, that sounds great.
He
Because
gives
sharing
you
food
a
is
plum.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And the guy who got the nat 20 on it and knows exactly who you are, he starts reminding the other guys, dude, this is the guy that gives us all the great bakery stuff. He owns the long shelf bakery.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it's my family. Family
Well,
business.
yeah, his family owns
blah,
it. You
blah,
know,
blah. And then-
this is the guy.
Yeah, small talk. And essentially, I'm just kind of like nonchalant, just look over my shoulder, make sure no one's rolling up on us or anything.
Okay, give me a notice roll.
Notice.
Yeah, you see him. There's a group of 5, and one of them is an extremely dapper dressed guy.
Fantastic.
Matter of fact, you're pretty sure it's Jada's boyfriend.
Oh, then easy then. So I'm just going to see that, return to the boys and talk to them. I'm going to wait for them to approach me if they want to.
Askell, that's his name.
That's cool.
That's Jada's boyfriend's name.
Askell's there.
Yeah, Askell's with the other 5. You don't know he's there yet. You're behind a crate going humana, 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 humana.
How long is your list, Joplin? Your blood list there.
You feel that way too if you met him in the condition I met him.
So
I don't know anything about that.
Now that they've gotten close enough, let's give a couple of rolls. 1, 2, yeah. Move for that, yeah. Okay, that was enough. Okay, so basically you're over there talking to him. You turn around, you see him coming. They're looking through the crowd. And Askell sees you, and then he stops the boys and he points and he tells the guys to he does one of these shakes his hand sort of thing, and they melt out into the crowd and kind of
Sure.
and sort of thing. And he's just standing there watching. He doesn't do anything. He just stands his ground and he's watching you now. Okay.
Of course.
So the sentinel that knows you goes, so what are you doing down here, man? Aren't you hanging with that the mighty chimera now? Isn't that your deal? Looks like we maybe had some drop frames there.
I do help him every now and then. I was watching him earlier, but he went to get a snack on his own.
Oh, really?
Yes. He's quite independent, that chimera. And of course, to be frank, he can handle his own.
Well, yeah, man, he sure did. He laid a beat down on that. I can't remember the dude's name, but that one gladiator. He was
People
doing a
hard
good
to
job.
remember the losers. It's the chimera you should worry about.
Yeah. So you're just gonna make small talk with these guys?
This is the regular small talk, and if the brother wants to talk to me, then they can talk to me.
No, he's just standing there watching. Ari, what were you doing?
So, I mean, I mostly just was melting into the crowd.
Which you gave us a stealth roll, and you succeeded.
Yeah, and I'll stick around for a little bit just to kind of try to get a bearing on what happens. But seeing Bri, I'm talking to the Sentinels. I don't really care to deal with him just being out in the open. And then I would assume Joplin could figure something else out. So what I'm going to do is leave from the marketplace. I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to head toward the Arcanus. I want to truthfully try to head back to the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Like what you're
So
thinking.
what I need you to do is give me a stealth roll.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having issues seeing. And I'm going to Benny that.
Okay.
What was it? I didn't. Oh,
She rolled a 2 and a 3, and then rolled a 2 and a 5. So you have a success with your 5. Now I need to make a couple rolls right quick. Okay, not a problem. You're stealthily going through the crowd, what have you. You see two. You know they're pirates. They got that look about them. They're not wearing blue sashes, but damn it, you can tell. You can tell their type, and they're doing one of these numbers. They're looking for somebody,
right?
Which is what really gives them away the most.
Yeah.
So, but they don't see you, and you're able to move away through the crowd and start heading back towards the warehouse.
And so this is the whole thing: is if it feels like more people are coming down the alleyway, more pirates, then I would kind of stop and take my time getting down there, and slowly casting the invisibility on myself as I kind of hop down back toward the warehouse.
Okay, so you're gonna go and you're gonna cast invisibility on yourself. Now they don't see you, so you can cast invisibility.
Yeah.
The thing is that I will make rolls. If you're gonna try and find a secluded spot to do it,
right? Yeah. Like as best I can. I'm not gonna do it out in the open ever.
I will say, because you made the stealth roll and they did not see you, you're able to find a secluded little nook or cranny someplace, and you can cast invisibility on yourself and continue on. And you're going back to the Rolling Tide warehouse? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide! All right, so you're heading back towards the warehouse.
Yeah.
Joplin.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was still
Are you
trying.
gonna calm down?
I will try.
And take the 3 rounds so that you can roll without penalty.
Yes.
Okay. And you start going in and start casting normally as you normally would. I just need to do one thing.
Have somebody
Ah.
spot
Oh,
me
shit.
along the way.
Fuck.
Oh. Why is it another 15?
So what happens is this.
Uh,
You're there, you're freaking out, you're trying to cast all this different stuff, and you're kind of behind a fishmonger's table, right? And a fishmonger comes over, he noticed you, and he's like, "Oi! What are you doing behind my stuff? You're not doing anything funky back there. You been having this?" And he starts making a big fuss.
I'm praying. Shh.
You're not praying? What are you doing, you
Praying.
freak?
I'm
Get out of here.
praying.
And it's
Just
like,
be quiet.
you're limping with your cane. Get out of here. Let's go. Shoot, get out of here. And then the next thing you hear, well, give me a notice roll.
God damn it. I hate fishmongers.
Okay.
How's this 6?
6 is good. So what happens is this guy he's making a big old fuss, a big old scene, and you're like, "Shut up!" And then you start looking over your shoulder and stuff too, because you're getting nervous because he's making a noise. You want to see who's noticed, and you look this way, you look that way, and shut up. You look back and you look again, and this time when you look back and you look over your shoulder, you see this guy. One pirate is there, kind of average pirate, no big deal, but he's got like a cutlass. It's not really a cutlass. It's a curved sword of. It's not really a scimitar, but it's like kind of a chopper, kind of heavier, like a Hassan chop sword in his sash. And he reaches over and he grabs the hilt of it and he goes, "Look what I found! Get out of here, fishmonger! Otherwise, unless you want to get cut up." So. You survived all those crossbow bullets, it seems. Yeah, we caught you limping, though. Yeah, obviously it did some damage to you. So you want to see Doru? Why don't you come with me? I'll take you to him.
That's not a half bad idea.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
That's one of those terrible good ideas.
Oh, it's one of the best.
Where
Hey,
is Doru?
boys! Hey! I see one of them over here. And he hollers that off.
No, you
I what?
better take me.
Oh. No, I'm not going to tie you up. Well, I guess you could be my slave. You are awful dapper to be a slave. And he looks.
You
he's
better
looking
think
around.
faster before I just kill you.
Yeah,
You want to take me to Doru, or do you want to die?
I saw you the other night. Do you have intimidation?
I don't. I specifically have soft spoken, which is
So it's like completely opposite of what you need.
This entire character is wrong then.
he's never tried to intimidate anyone, and he's
But
always
that's
failed.
what you're trying now.
Well, yes, now he is.
Okay, so give me a charisma roll then.
Hey.
What is that? A spirit?
Don't you guys have charisma on your sheets? Isn't that one of the
No,
stats?
we have
it's not.
spirit.
They got rid of it. That's right. Go ahead and just give me a spirit roll. What the hell? Doesn't matter.
Hang on, let me read the mild manner. Just -2 to intimidation.
So you'll be -3 on this. Excellent. Okay, cool. I love it. I love it. Oh, this
Yeah.
is beautiful.
There you go.
So
Oh,
you do
no.
that. You put your hands up and you say, "You better take me, otherwise I'm going to kill you." He's going to punch you.
Joplin rolled what equivalent to 1-1 Snake Eyes. On that.
But
You
you
did.
got to
That's
add the
why.
-2
That's
to
why he's
that.
punching you. Yeah, that is Snake Eyes. So that's something really bad would happen anyway. So
Well,
he
no,
just-
that's not natural Snake Eyes.
No, there was a -1 already figured in.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
the
That's true.
-2
So
that was not.
you're right. You're right. But he's still punching you.
Still punching you though.
He swings at you and he misses, but he takes a swing. You do move, I assume, correct?
Oh God, yes. If I
Okay,
can,
so he takes a swipe at you and says, "Stop fucking around." And he starts, and he's like, I got nothing to tie you up. Just come on. Come with me. And he grabs you by your arm. And he starts physically manhandling you out from behind the crates.
I'll go with him, but I'll give him a little bit of resistance so I can slow him down a bit. While we're walking, I would like to say my prayer, taking all the time it takes is for
He's
whatever.
He's going to know you're casting.
I'll be
speaking. But here's the thing. He doesn't know what the hell casting is.
Exactly.
So he's going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? He's going to be like, So I'm just going to do a roll to see how offended he's going to be by you acting weird.
Okay.
And saying a prayer.
How annoying you are.
Yeah, that's exactly basically what it is. You know what? I'm not going to roll. You're going to roll. I want you to give me another.
This to me.
Yes, I am totally. That's why I'm doing it. Go ahead, give me a spirit roll, and let's see just how annoying you are to him. And Brian, give me a notice roll.
You suck so bad. All right, well,
you're Brian. Surprisingly, you got.
Can I Benny that?
You sure can. You sure can.
This seems kind of important.
It is slightly important.
This is the weirdest game ever.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so you get it. So this is what happens: is you start going, and you start doing your mumbling. So you're talking. It takes 3 rounds for you to be able.
3 rounds, yeah.
Okay, so this is. We're just going to say instead of going into initiative order, we're just going to say that this is how it's going to roll for right now.
And what is that? 15 seconds?
It's. I don't know if it's 10 or 5. I think it maybe. I think it's 6 seconds per round. But regardless of. Well, if people are going to get physically hurt here, then we'll go into it. But, so he's starting to pull you, and you start. He's not overly upset by the fact that you're doing. He just pretty much thinks that you're just fucking weird, And he's like, oh, God, this is the guy everybody was so intimidated by because he doesn't believe the stories he heard about the night before, even because he obviously wasn't in the Shining Knob when you did what you did. Brian, because he was yelling and stuff, you started looking around, going, hey, you think you heard somebody say, "Hey, I found one of them over here," and whatnot, and you take a look around and you see Joplin being dragged along by this guy who's obviously a pirate out into the streets, heading over towards Askell, and Askell's standing there still, and he's keeping an eye on you, and now he sees this guy coming. What is Brian gonna do?
If I see them dragging Joplin, and even though Tony, this might be your good idea, good plan. I'm sorry, Brian doesn't know that.
Do what you do. You do you.
Yeah, I'm
going to look at the boys and be like, my friend is getting. It looks like he's being kidnapped. Can you help me?
Oh, come on, mates. Let's go take care of it. And they just all start beelining towards that pirate, okay?
I just need 18 seconds.
As you're going, as they're rushing over there, because they're not like walking, they're running over there, okay? Because it's obvious he's being dragged, and you said that you were giving up some sort of a fight.
I just wanted to slow him down enough to make this
that
work.
looks like somebody resisting. You're like, oh my God, don't take me away.
Yeah, of course, good.
So the sentries start running over there. As they start running, Brian, you notice Askell turns and he hurries and goes the opposite direction. He's leaving.
That's fine.
Okay. Joplin, give me a notice roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
So as you're doing this and he's pulling you, you're like, and you look and you hear these, because the guards, the sentinels start shouting. As they're coming,
don't care to make noise.
And they look, and you see there's 3 sentinels coming right towards you.
I'm going to continue my thing.
Okay, so basically this is what's going to happen. The pirate stops and lets go of you and even takes 1 step back. The other 3 sentinels come running up. They get there just as it's time for you to make your spellcasting roll.
So I can roll it?
Yeah, roll. See.
For the record, I don't know what Joplin's casting. Like I don't remember what he's even
You
said.
just think he's like, you know, you don't even know what's going on
No,
over there.
I'm talking about, yeah, Jonathan
Okay,
doesn't know.
you succeed. What happens?
Well, this is what I want to
Yeah.
have happen with the guy who was
Wait,
just.
yeah, because you took all your time, so there's no minuses. So you're going to cast it on him, puppet. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see
Versus the
here.
target
Puppet
spirit.
is an opposed roll of the caster's arcane skill versus the target spirit. The user must score a success and beat the target's roll to gain complete control. The victim will attack friends and even commit suicide, though such acts allow the victim another opposed spirit roll to break the spell. Villainous types may have other versions of puppet that allow them to control this. I guess what you're doing right now, the villainous type. Control subjects for longer periods of time, such as powerful versions usually require an item belonging to the victim. Okay,
I
so
don't need it for
basically,
longer time. I
see what you're
regular
doing.
3 minutes, and
Okay.
I don't need him to do anything villainous.
Yes, and you got a 5. So now he's going to attempt to beat it. Here we go.
He has beat the 5 or an
He's got-
opposed roll.
That's
Or an
the opposed
opposed-
roll. Is his arcane casting roll? He's
Sure.
gonna roll his spirit roll to try and avoid this. Here we go. He does not.
Ooh.
So you gain control of him.
Okay, now point of clarity. What happens to Joplin?
What happens to you?
Yeah, because that's not really expressed here.
Nothing happens to you. It's essentially just what happened is you just dominated his person. It's like control person or other similar spells. So
that
basically,
means I can still communicate with.
yeah,
the
there's
group.
nothing wrong with you. You just have control of this guy now. It's just like charm person in Dungeons and Dragons. You just
Then I'm gonna say to Brian and his group, "Oh, no problem, boys. He was just helping me. I know how it looked, and
It looked really bad, Joplin. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm fine."
and then one of the sentinels comes up and pushes the pirate, and then two of them get right in his face. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't you know who this guy is? He's friends with the guy who brings us the baked goods. You don't be messing around with this guy.
I want the pirate to put his hands up and say, I'm sorry," and back off.
Okay, now here's the thing. You have to tell him that. You don't have a mental connection to this guy. You have to talk to him to tell him to do
Then
that.
I will say, it's okay. Just put your hands up and back off, and everything will be fine.
So he puts his hands up and says, hey, it's cool. Everything's going to be fine. And he likes just mimicking, he's just repeating what you just said. Everything's fine. Okay. So the sentinels all turn around and look at you. So he
I'm
wasn't
sorry for
trying
the
to take you?
No, I'd fallen down. He had picked me up. I was feeling a little woozy, and I was stumbling a bit. I know how it looked. I'm very sorry for the confusion.
And then
It
they
did
all
look quite
look at
convincing.
Brian. The sentinels all turn and they look at you now.
I'm just gonna chuckle. It looked really convincing, didn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I thought he was being kidnapped or something.
No.
Oh.
Are you sure everything's all right?
We're good, and
All right.
in fact, we're just gonna head back now.
Okay. So then they
me and my friend.
They all turn and they start to go away. Now, here's the thing that's really freaking, and if you haven't watched The Boys and you like superhero stuff, I suggest to everybody. I'm gonna.
I caught the first 3
I hear
episodes.
it's good. I hear
Oh,
it's
it's
good.
really good. I'm gonna pull a term. This is fucking diabolical because there is no, there's no duration on this spell. Is there in the book though? You need to check that for me because
No, there is a duration. It's 3 minutes. It's 1 minute per level.
Okay, so basically the sentinels leave. They go back towards the market. So you're on the clock. What are you doing?
I would like him to lead me back to the warehouse.
So you tell him, "Hey, lead me to the warehouse." Brian, he just told this pirate to lead him to the warehouse. Oh, you're on mute.
Putting my hand in front of Phoenix. Not Phoenix.
Ah,
It's,
you did it! I
Joplin.
wasn't me.
I was in a flow just now. That on mute. Put my hand in front of Joplin. I'm like, what are you doing?
We've got a small window of opportunity. Let's hurry.
And if I assume he's going to, go around my arm, I'm not putting my hand on him. I'm going to just look around like this is going to be bad, but I'm going to follow my friend because I believe in friends.
That spell will wear off before you get back.
Will it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, how far did they chase it?
Oh,
More than 3
more
minutes.
than 3 minutes. That's for sure. So you can decide what to do with that as you will, and then guess what? That's where we're gonna end.
We still haven't killed Doru.
No,
We still
not yet.
haven't had to fight.
But you pretty much went up and knocked on his door. Hey, Doru! And then ran away.
Ding Dong ditched him.
Oh, that's
Well, it's fine because he showed up at our bakery unannounced, or my bakery unannounced.
Now you see, Don is bringing up a good point. Now this is something for you to remember later on. He asked, "Can you cast it on your way back?" Yes, you can. You can keep renewing it, but here's the thing: every time you cast it on him, he's going to get that roll again.
That spirit roll.
So it is theoretically you could continue to keep him enthralled all the way back. That's possible, and something to keep in mind. Because the reason I point this out is because I know you haven't thought much beyond.
How dare you make assumptions like this?
So,
I mean,
but I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm thinking about it. There's good stuff happening here.
And I'm going to point out this entire time we've got a blue guy eating noodles.
He's almost like he's forcing to stack his bowls right next to him.
Yeah.
But that's par for the course.
Well, you know what it is, though, too? The reason he's got so many bowls is because he's eating for free.
He brought a lot of customers in?
He sure did. The people there are like, hey, have another bowl, man. So, anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in and watched this episode of Tales of a Savage Land. We appreciate it. This was episode 17, which I don't think I stated that earlier in the beginning, which I was lax to, which I should have. Sorry. But, again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it, as always. Let's go ahead and have everybody here sign off. Go ahead, Grace.
I'm Grace. I played Ari tonight. My nail is peeling.
Hey,
it's
thanks for
bothering
letting us
me.
know. That's good. I hate it when that happens too, especially every time I get the new nails put on. Because they don't grow. I don't have my real nails. I get the press-on nails. And it's
Well,
like,
I don't do that, but I get them shellacked. Nobody cares.
No, we don't. But thank you for telling us. Continue.
It's bothering me. Okay. I am here on Wednesday nights, and you can find me on Twitter or Instagram under the handle FFS Grace, which is below my name.
There it is. All right. And go ahead there, Jonathan.
Hello, my name's Jonathan. I play the character Brian, and I guess I'm the voice of caution. Not so much reason. I think there's reason, but reason and caution, 50-50, hand in hand.
Yes. Last but not least, we have Uncle Tony.
Hey, folks, I'm Uncle Tony, Stupid Tony on Twitter, and Uncle Tony on YouTube, and Tony Lasagna on Xbox, and all kinds of Tonys. And I'm leaving tonight with no bennies to roll for XP. That's it.
That's terrible. Hey, but don't you have the line on some of the best cookies, not just in Eugene, but
it's funny that
everywhere.
You should mention that. But if you're in the Eugene area and you want a giant cookie that's 16 inches in diameter that just says yes on it to confirm something, we can do that for you. Just give us a call.
Where at?
Fromtogether.com.
There it is. There it is. Excellent. Excellent. All right, everybody. I am Will DM, the game master for this wonderful Savage Worlds game that we play here every Wednesday at 9 Eastern Time. Also, please don't forget, on Tuesdays, we have the Greyhawk Adventures Presents, and we're currently doing Ghosts of Salt Marsh, which we're actually... we were going to do it this Tuesday, but we... didn't have a game this Tuesday, so next Tuesday we'll be wrapping up the first module of Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh and continuing on the story from there. Also, every Monday We have a new episode of The Down Roll, which is essentially a role-playing talk show thing. Well, I guess it's not even really. Well, it can be. We do plan on bringing other people on, but it's me and Adam from the two. Well, Adam from Wicked Studios. You guys know who that is.
Yeah, watch it, but don't chat at it because it's not live.
Exactly,
Yep.
and that's what I was going to tell you. The Down Roll, when it airs, is pre-recorded. It is not a live. So if you come on and you say something in the comments, you're going to get crickets, and I apologize. It's just the way it is. So, but anyway, as well as if you would like to join the Wicked Studios Discord channel, you can find a link to that on Twitch here. If you're watching on Twitch, down below there's a little thing you press, it'll take you, and you can get signed up that way. We are also on Facebook. There's the Wicked Studios Facebook page. Then we also have a Facebook page for Tales of a Savage Land and a Facebook page for Greyhawk Adventures. And we have all kinds of different stuff on those pages, not just the shows in particular. I put all kinds of little goofy good things up there. And if you want to holler at me on Twitch, you can find me at Giant Stomp. And that's it. So again, thank you everyone for showing up. We appreciate it. And we will see you all next week. Peace out.